Hello, guys. Hello, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to Dr. Sunday Adelaja's Facebook, or if you're watching on YouTube, Facebook page and YouTube channel. My name is MAYOWA OLAIYA. I know that you will not be disappointed today because it's not Dr. Anu Ojo on the hot seat. It is me, MAYOWA OLAIYA. So thank you guys. I appreciate you for joining us today. Without further ado, please share. Hello everyone, I miss you. I was very tamed as I came in, but it's going to get lighter as we go along today. So this is day 16 of Dr. Sunday Adelaja's 52nd birthday celebration. Yes, celebration. I know you're not seeing drinks and cakes and all of that, but you know, Dr. Sunday is quite unique. He's not going to celebrate his birthday the same way everyone does all the time. We always twist things up. We always tweak things, you know, innovate. And this month or this year, 2019, we're going to celebrate him, or should I say, we are celebrating him by sharing parts of his life with you. Okay? And today, I am MAYOWA OLAIYA, and I'm going to share with you Dr. Sunday Adelaja's top controversies. I love controversies. I love controversies, I love scandals, and that is how we have today. So I'm going to share everything with you. I've got the teas. Anyway, you know most of these controversies, but today we're going to talk about them, and we're going to talk about them openly, transparently, honestly, without any flip-flap or fiff-off or whatever you call it. So guys, without further ado, please share. Thank you very much. If you're on Facebook, you know how you can share on Facebook already. If you don't, just click the icon share and then share it either to your friends, or you can copy the link and send it on WhatsApp or any other platform that you prefer. If you're watching on YouTube, just copy the link and share it again on any other platform, on your WhatsApp, on your Messenger, wherever you want to share this. Call all our friends and our foes, our friends and enemies. We love them all. Call them right now for Dr. Sunday's top controversies. I'm excited, guys. I hope you guys are excited as well. So today, I'm going to share all the controversies that I know. I mean, I have been watching videos. I've been on the internet to try and dig some stories out. And again, I'm telling you, I'm going to share all with you. And don't forget, this program, every day you can call in at the end of the presentation. You can call in and share your thoughts. And you know where to call in. Okay, if you don't know where to call in, you call in on Move Agents. That's a Move, M-O-V-E, Agents, one word, A-G-E-N-T-S, on Facebook Messenger. So if you're on YouTube, you need to go to Facebook in order for you to be able to call. And the way you do that calling is just register your call. Just write to us through Messenger, Move Agents, to say that I want to call in at the end of this program to contribute based on the topics that we're sharing today. DSA's top controversies. Dun, dun, dun. I love controversies. I'm excited. Controversies are not bad, okay? When I think about controversies, the first thing I think about is scandals, but really it's not just about scandals. It's about public discussions. It's about disagreements. So, of course, we're human beings. We're going to have discussions, and definitely we're going to have disagreements. So I relish the opportunity to disagree with you, and for you also to disagree with me. So we're going to have this out today. DSA's top controversies. Right, guys, I also want to let you know that this month of May, being Dr. Sunday's birthday month, also Dr. Sunday would like to present you with an opportunity to buy all his books at a discounted rate. Okay, so all his books are now available on promo. at a lower rate than normal, okay, than we usually have it. So lower than normal, okay. So please, if you're interested, write to DSA'S Books, that's DSA and S, BOOKS @gmail.com. DSA'sbooks@gmail.com. Write to us with a list of the books that you want and the quantity of books that you want, and please give us some time, okay. We are all very in tune with so many things this month, so please give us some time. We will reply you. Don't worry, we will give it to you at a discounted rate, even if you get it later. As long as we get your email in the month of May, you will get it at the low rate, okay. So guys, don't worry about that. So that's DSA's Books on discounts, all right. So the other thing I want to share with you are some of Dr. Sunday's books that you might want to buy, okay. So here we go. We have one here that says the man that God will use. The man that God will use. It's an interesting title, and I would also like to know the man that God will use. I think that God will like to use all of us, but of course you have to make yourself available. God is not going to force his will on you. You have free will. I love God. He gives us free will. So the man that God will use. If you're interested, here's an idea of a book. And then there's another book here, How to Hear the Voice of God. How to Hear the Voice of God. This is a very short book. It should be, you could read this maybe in a day or two. So How to Hear the Voice of God is an option for you. Another one is How to Build a Secured Financial Future. I know all of us want to build a secured financial future, so I'll recommend this book to everybody, young and mature. Please go ahead and get this book, How to Secure Financial Future. How to build and secure your secure financial future. Secured, I was wondering how to build and a secured financial future. Guys, I'm too excited today, but it's no excuse. So that's one of the books. Anyway, here we have another book, How Africans Brought Civilization to Europe. How Africans Brought Civilization to Europe. Here's a book for you. It's a great option of a great read. And then this is another book here, Raising the Next Generation of Steve Jobs and Bill Gates. Okay, so if you're into technology, here's a book for you. We all know Steve Jobs and Bill Gates. If you don't, please find out, and this book will help you to do so. And then here's another book here, Life is Predictable. Really, this is a very good book for me to have here, because Dr. Sunday is exactly like that. He believes that life is predictable. I also believe life is predictable. You know, it would serve you well to know that life is predictable. Don't live in mysticism. Don't live in mirage. It is predictable. You're in control. So this book, and as God has put you in charge, this book will also help you to know and to practice that life is predictable. So those are the books I want to share with you today before we move on. So guys, please don't forget all of these things. Number one, books are on promo, which means that at a discounted rate. If you want any of Dr. Sunday's books in English, up to 200 of those books titles, you can get them at a discounted rate, cheaper than on Amazon and cheaper than anywhere else you could ever get it. But it's going to be from Ukraine, okay? So it's going to take some time and it's going to cost you in postage, but it will be worth it. So I suggest you buy as many as possible. I'm sure you can present this for birthdays, Christmas, whatever occasion. You can present books. I love books. I prefer when people get me books. I don't know about other people. Even if they don't, it's always a wealth of information in reading. So go ahead and order as many books as you wish. Secondly, guys, please don't forget, if you want to share your thoughts, your opinion on DSA's controversy after this program today, or when I finish the presentation. Of course, after the program means that the program will be shut down, but I mean after my presentation, please feel free to right now or during the program or during my presentation, write to us to say, I want to contribute. And where do you write? You write to Move Agents. That is Facebook Messenger, Move Agents. So for those of you who are watching on YouTube, please go to Facebook and write to Move Agents that I want to contribute. We'll try and take as many calls as possible. So please, the sooner you do, the better. The sooner you write to us, the better. And there's one final book that I want to share with you, and it's about raising your child or raising children. How to build friendly relationship with your child. How to build friendly relationship with your child. It's not a given. Most parents will tell you that they could do better with their friendliness or the relationship they have with their children. And you have a book or a how-to book. I love how-to books generally. They just help you. The instructions are there. If you follow them, you will know if it will work for you or it wouldn't work for you. So how to build friendly relationship with your child, I think it's worth it if you're parents, or you can give it a baby shower to friends or family or anyone that you think might need this book. Even if you're not a parent and you will have the time to read this, you're an educator or you're somebody that speaks to a lot of parents, why don't you get the book and learn how to build friendly relationship with your child? Right, guys. How are you today? It's been a long time. I miss you all. I'm back. For those people that are sending me messages, I love you. I appreciate you. Thank you very much for your love, for your concern. You know, I did say I'm going to be off for some time, okay? And maybe I didn't communicate it well or hard enough, but I'm back now, okay? And we'll be back on Love Lounge again tomorrow, okay, guys? So, should I ask you again to please share? So go ahead, guys. Share. We're going to talk about Dr. Sunday Adelaja's top controversies. Ding, ding, ding. Ding, ding, ding. Right, guys, I think it'll be interesting to see your comments of the top controversies of Dr. Sunday. Maybe you can write that in the comment section. Whatever you've heard or you have read, go ahead and write it in the comment section. I'll read it later. I just want to know if you're thinking along the same line as I am. I don't know, you might not. You might have heard different controversies from what I want to give you, but what I did my research. Yes, I did my research. Okay. So let me tell you a little bit about myself and how I got to know Dr. Sunday. So are you guys ready? Is everybody ready? Yeah, I'm waiting to hear that, to feel the vibe that you're ready. So I'm going to ask again, please, guys, share. So share this video. Let's as many people come and join us. I wish I had the time to unblock the people that I have blocked. I should have thought about that, actually. Anyway, even if they're still blocked, they might still be able to see this video. So share this video on your own page. They might see it through that avenue. So please, guys, share. Or you can send them a link to their personal inbox. You know, that's directly to them. So hopefully they will see it. Or you can do a watch party. Yes, do a watch party. We want to talk about Dr. Sunday's top controversies. Guys, you don't know how excited I am. I'm really excited about talking about controversies because my favorite topics are going to come up in there. And you know what my favorite topics are, okay? But I'm not going to spoil it for those who doesn't. You will find out sooner or later in this program today. So again, thank you very much for joining me or joining us on Dr. Sunday's Facebook or YouTube channel. So Facebook page or YouTube channel. Thank you very much. So I'm going to go ahead. So what I was saying is I want to tell you about how I met Dr. Sunday, or I came in contact with Dr. Sunday. I came into contact with Dr. Sunday via Facebook. Okay, so that was back in 2016. prior to that, I've only heard his name from my pastor, from the church I used to go. By the way, I don't go to church anymore, and it's not news to anybody, okay? So I just want to point that out. So the church I used to go, the pastor used to rave about Dr. Sunday Adelaja. Dr. Sunday Adelaja in Kyiv, Ukraine, Dr. Sunday Adelaja this. A couple of times, you know, he raved about a lot of people, but I remember about Dr. Sunday Adelaja in Kyiv, Ukraine particularly, you know, and he talked about how he's been persecuted in a communist country a few times. That rings a bell in my head. So anyway, 2016, I think it was around the first quarter of that year, maybe around April, and I saw a video of Dr. Sunday, and Dr. Sunday's video title was, "You cannot love God without loving people." Okay, at this time, that year, I usually go through this kind of, you know, New Year resolution that I'm going to slow down on social media because, you know, religious bigots like some pastors are always going on that you're on the social media. Okay, let me just talk about my environment. So my pastor at the time is always going on about social media. We're always on social media. So I thought in the first few months of the year, I'm going to come off social media. So I came back around the same, either the same week or the same day. I'm not quite sure the exact, but I just came back to Facebook. So, and how did I leave Facebook? I didn't delete my account. I just deleted the apps on my phone, okay? So I deleted social media apps on my phone. And I came back and then I saw Dr. Sunday that morning. I was going for a walk and before work, and it was around 7 in the morning or 7:30 in the morning. And I saw somebody walking himself and he's saying that you cannot love God without loving people. And that just rang a bell in my head. It rang a bell in my head because it was in the past, 2016. And I thought, okay, here comes another pastor. He says, Pastor Sunday. And really, although I was a Christian, quote unquote, I wasn't so much interested in churches or pastors. I just go to my church and I just know my own pastor because, you know, I'm just doing my dues with God. So I do my bit and God, you do your bit with me. I didn't really have a relationship with God because it was impossible. The tax on you was too much. You know, you're required to attend church regularly. You're required to give tithes. You're required to listen to people that, you know, the only reason that you even get to know them is because they gave them self-acclaimed or self-titles. So there's so much things that then I couldn't explain, but I knew that I wasn't really in any relationship with God. I was just doing what I could to pass the mark, okay? And it was a pain for me. It was just a chore for me. Anyway, so I thought I would give this man, the Sunday Adelaja, I would just give him 5 minutes and hear him out. And that is the beginning of me, okay? And getting to know Dr. Sunday. So 5 minutes turned to regularly listening. I couldn't wait. I liked the page. So if you're listening for the first time right now, I would urge you also to go on Dr. Sunday's page and like the page, okay? Like the page and change the notification to see first. See first, okay? Like, and also on YouTube, you can also subscribe so that you can get notification whenever we put up a new video, and we regularly do so, and you will benefit from these videos. So on YouTube, you can subscribe and you can also turn on notification. On Facebook, you can like and change your notification to see first, okay? So do yourself that favor. I think I benefited from it, and I believe that you would too. So go ahead and do that if you wish. Thank you very much, guys. I'm so excited to be here, and I'm really excited to be talking about Dr. Sunday's top controversies. I'm just privileged. I feel privileged to be the one to talk about his controversies. Apart from the fact that I love controversies, I also develop myself in my understanding of controversies through Dr. Sunday's ability or character or attitude to controversy. So I have grown a lot, and a lot of you will know that in terms of my understanding, and this is true, this is mostly true Dr. Sunday's teaching, and also self-development, or should I say personal development? Yeah, self-development. So I would urge you also, guys, please do whatever you can to develop yourself, and also to, if you can, read Dr. Sunday's book. If you don't want to read Dr. Sunday's book, read other books. But I would recommend Dr. Sunday's books. They will really help you. I'll try my best, okay, not to be subjective, all right? All right? I will try. Although I have some, I'm human, all right? And also I have my own allegiance. There are things that I believe, and there are things that I also hold strong, and I hold very strong opinions. So please, if you're listening to me for the first time, please take it as your sister, as your friend speaking. Don't take anything too personal, all right? I'm just back after a few weeks break, but don't take it too personal. If I say something, get over it quickly. If I say something you don't like, which I probably will. So anyway, guys, let's go with Dr. Sunday's top controversies. Guys, go and get a glass of water. I'm going to have a sip of water now. So why don't you go and get a glass of water? I wouldn't recommend you get wine just yet, okay? Because if you get wine, you might get tipsy. So get a glass of water, all right? So I'm going to sip my glass of water right now. Oh, Dr. Sunday's top controversies. All right, guys. And ladies and gentlemen. So let's go. Dr. Sunday's top controversies. So let's go with the first slide. Okay. So again, Dr. Sunday Adelaja, DSA. So guys, I might interchange. If you're listening to me for the first time, I might say Pastor, I might say Dr. Sunday Adelaja, and I might say DSA. It's all the same person. DSA, Pastor, or Dr. Sunday Adelaja. All one person is Sunday Adelaja, okay? So don't be perturbed, all right? Dr. Sunday Adelaja, a controversial person. So the first slide I have there is sort of a question, or it is, I'm shouting out at you and saying that, is Dr. Sunday Adelaja a controversial person? Yes, I think he is, and it's rightfully, yes, I think it's the right thing to be, is to be controversial. If you're alive, you're a person of interest, of course, you would have some controversies. You would have scandals. Controversy is not scandal, but sometimes I personally, I think of them the same way. The same way I think about controversies is the same way I think about scandals. So yes, he is a person of controversy. He is a controversial person. All right, we'll go to the next slide, and it should be. All right, so the value of controversy. So I've got there discussion, disagreement. What I don't have there is also questions, knowledge, understanding on topics. If you don't have a controversy, if you don't have something out there that you put in the public that people know you for, then how will people grow, or how would you even grow yourself? So I'm saying that there is value in controversies. And it's important that you guys understand that. So don't shy away from controversy. Dr. Sunday taught me not to shy away from it. I loved controversy before, but in a love-hate kind of way. But now I love it. No love-hate, just love. Okay, so there's value in controversy. Value for you as an individual. So if you're a person that is always facing controversies or scandals, you get to know what people think about you. You get to have an understanding of the way people around you are thinking. You get to know about how people interpret what you say or what you do. You get to know people's knowledge and understanding on a topic. And if you're somebody also that it's, if you're on the other side where you are listening to controversy, you still learn something about yourself through controversy. So I'm saying that there is value in controversy. So the value of controversy is there. Discussion, disagreement, knowledge, understanding, power, questioning. There's so much more to it. So please don't shy away from controversies. We love controversies. I do, Dr. Sunday does, and you should too. Well, if you understand it, you should. So let's move on. Right, I love this picture of Dr. Sunday. Yeah, I really do. Look at him, smiling, so relaxed. This is how Dr. Sunday is all the time, all right? This is how Dr. Sunday is. I have never seen Dr. Sunday down, okay? I've never ever seen Dr. Sunday down over any issues. He doesn't have any emotional or emotional reaction towards controversy or any controversies. He is just relaxed about it. You know, Dr. Sunday reminds me of the scripture that all things work together for good for those that loves God. He epitomized that, okay? And it doesn't matter what happens. While I used to rage, okay, I don't rage anymore. All right. While I used to rage when I hear what people say about Dr. Sunday, or I see some things, I don't really see much on the net, as in other than the people that used to be friends that are now foes on social media that write all sorts of things. So when I see that in the past, I would be fuming. But Dr. Sunday, the actual owner, the actual person that is targeted, he's never perturbed. He is just so relaxed. And this picture here is an example of how Dr. Sunday is about controversy. He's exactly like that all the time. So I just want to say to anybody out there, okay? You're special because God created you, all right? So, and I'm not, I have some choice words to say to people, but again, I'm going to be very objective here. This is an attitude that I embrace towards controversy. It doesn't matter what people say. It doesn't matter what the discussion is about. Please relax, you know, love it. Remember that scripture. All things work together for good for those that love God. And this is what Dr. Sunday's attitude is about controversy. He says that people are attracted by what they have inside of them. I really want to dissect this, guys. You know I love doing analysis, guys. So listen to this, okay? People are attracted by what they have inside of them. I know I've heard you are what you eat, or, you know, who you are inside is who you demonstrate. But listen very carefully. People are attracted. So you attract what you have inside of you. And it went on to say, if the dirt they read on the net, or if they hear attract them, it means that they're carriers of dirt. So if you hear or you read something and those things attract you, those things interest you, then it means that you're a carrier of those things. That is really profound, okay? And for me, I try to learn in every situation, on every words. I chew words. I want to understand what they mean. So if you're attracted to something, it means that that is what you are. So if you read and you hear something and those things are attractive to you, those things make you happy, whatever they are, good or bad, is what you are. It's as simple as that. Okay, is what you are. I'm a great believer in this, and I think everybody should check themselves and see if this is true. Okay, you don't have to respond to me. You don't even have to tell anybody. Just check yourself, observe your life. Is this true? Is this how I am? Am I attracted to certain things? The things that comes to me, or the things that I believe, is that what I am inside? Just ask yourself those questions, answer those questions honestly, and if you want to make any changes, do. If you don't, remain if it suits you, okay? It's a light, controversial topic today, so please, I'm just giving my own opinion. You don't have to follow, but I would appreciate, guys, if you share this and you have your own discussion. I want to hear your opinion at the end of this presentation. So let's go to the next slide. So here, you know, I put their picture of Dr. Sunday and Pastor Bosse. I just love the way both of them are. And I think that when I talk about Dr. Sunday, Pastor Bosse is a very big part of Dr. Sunday. That is Pastor Bosse. Pastor Bosse is Dr. Sunday's wife, you know, and always been on his side. I don't know if you saw Pastor Bosse's presentation. I think it was on the 4th day or so of this month. She came on as the 4th person, I believe, 3rd or 4th, third person. So if you go back to YouTube or even on Facebook, you'll be able to see it. At some point, please watch it. Brilliant, brilliant presentation. And, you know, I cannot think of Dr. Sunday without thinking of Pastor Bosse. So here I have both their picture there just so that you see them together. They're holding hands. They usually hold hands all the time. For those of you that want to know, I just thought I'd share that with you. Yeah, they usually hold hands. Yeah, they like holding hands a lot. Quietly, you know. Anyway, let me just read what I've just written here. So Dr. Sanders personally uses these scandals and all the information on the net as a means of keeping the wrong people off him. I love this, you know. Whenever I've asked this question several times, Dr. Sunday, why are you not angry? Dr. Sunday, how could you just allow this to happen? And he says, MAYOWA. You know, if they don't do this and I don't see this, how would I know the kind of person that they are? And that is true. Dr. Sunday takes you as the best person whenever he meets you. He doesn't have any negative opinion or any negative thoughts towards anybody. Right from when he meets you, he thinks very highly of you. It doesn't matter where you're coming from. It doesn't matter what gender, what tribe, anything about you. He doesn't matter. He sees you and he thinks highly of you. He respects you. He feels that you're the best person in the whole world. And the only way that he will know who you are is by you exhibiting, or a person exhibiting who they are, their character. So I'll read this again. Dr. Sunday personally uses scandals or controversies or the way people handle or the way people respond to controversies about him as or any information on the net or anything as a means of keeping the wrong people off him. It works a charm. You know, when I was young, and I always get high rated with people, and my mom is always saying, this is a Yoruba adage, and it says, character is a vapor. So character is said like this, efiniwa. So he said, that means character is a vapor, all right? Or it's, yeah, I think it's a vapor. So it doesn't matter what you do, if you cover it, if you spend time concealing who you are, sooner or later it's going to sneak out. So character is a vapor. If you're Yoruba, it's this. My mom always say this, mommy thank you, is efi niwa, okay? And if you're not Yoruba, it means character is a vapor. It means that whatever you do, no matter how much you try to cover something, sooner or later, it's going to come out. Your character, your behavior, your true self is going to come out in something. So even all the people that are pretending or they're around him or, you know, they're doing something for one reason or the other, they might not even be pretending. They might just have a wrong motive or a motive that does not align with him. It might not even be wrong because, again, everything worked together for good. So he sees it as a means. He sees any character, any behavior of keeping the wrong people off him, or anything anybody reads, your behavior towards it or behavior to it as a means of keeping the wrong people towards him. What a mighty, mighty strategy. I love it. And that understanding in any case will give you peace all the time. Yes, you might go through some pain. You might go through some you know, not being happy about what you see, but if it does help you to filter people out and to know what to do and how to treat people or the characters that you can keep around you, I think it's a good thing. I also buy into that idea. So, and then he went on to say, hence they won't like to come to me since they believe the lies they read on the read. So I can't say it properly, but I remember what I wrote, which is, hence they won't like to come to him, since they believe the lies he is therefore protected. Yes. So DSA feels like he is protected whenever anybody believes a lie about him and they don't want to come to him. How profound is that? Can you imagine? Somebody believes a lie about you and you turn that around to that being that you're protected. You're not even hurt. You're not even bothered. You're just like, okay, that's fine. It's a win-win. So if they don't believe the lie and they steal your friend, you're winning. It's good. If they believe the lie and they go away from you, they stay away from you, they don't trust you, they say all sorts about you, it's still a win for him. He's protected. You don't want to come around him. How great is that? You know, you have to reckon with the mind of this man. It doesn't matter how much you hate him, you know, or you dislike him, you don't even like to see him, you know, take a cue from him. This is a real deep knowledge. That's what I feel about it. You might disagree with me. It's okay. But somebody that presents something to you, either it comes out good or it comes out bad, it's a win-win. How can you lose? How can you not have peace of mind? How can you not have God in you? Brilliant. I love that about him. So let's move on to the next slide. Here we go. So we go on with the attitude to controversy. So here's one quote. I don't care what you think about me. I don't think about you at all. You know, when I read this and I thought, okay, this is a quote from Coco Chanel. Dr. Sunday mentioned this very many times. And it says, I don't care what you think about me. I don't think about you at all. Let me just break this down to you. Dr. Sunday doesn't think about you in any controversial way. And he doesn't think about you when you're thinking about him in a controversial way. He's going to focus on his goal and his purpose on earth. So I think that Dr. Sunday thinks about generally what is best for society. He thinks about matters, issues, and he puts it out there. But as an individual or somebody as an individual, he cares about you enough to have prepared something for you, either through his writing, either through his sharing his life with you, his experiences, sharing knowledge with you, but to think about you in terms of certain wrongdoing or what you think about him, the way he is dressed or the way he does something, no, it doesn't at all. And I have seen that. I have been around him at least for some time now. I know a little bit about him, and he really doesn't think about people. There's something that I didn't write there, which is whenever I ask Dr. Sunday that, how do you feel? Because I ask him this question, how do you feel about this person saying this about you? He says, I wish them peace. I wish them peace. That's what he always says. It doesn't matter. I wish them peace on this matter. I wish them peace in their heart. You know, I wish they find what they're looking for. That is all he ever wishes anybody. So if he's thinking about you, he's wishing you peace. But he says here, I don't care what you think about me. I don't think about you at all. I am too busy with my assignment and life goals. I am too busy with my assignments and life goals. That's Dr. Sunday Adelaja. Sunday Adelaja to some people, Pastor Sunday Adelaja to some people. So he's too busy with his life goals. I think we should all focus on our life goals. If your life goals, however, is to, you know, criticize or focus on controversies, of course, keep at it. Let's go. Let's move on. Yes. So I've told you about Dr. Sunday's attitude to controversy. I don't like using the word I told you. I have shared with you. Please pardon me, okay? I'm working on these vocabularies that I use sometimes. Anyway, I have shared with you Dr. Sunday's attitude to controversies. So now I just want to share, again, there are few controversies out there. There are controversies about his ministry. There are controversies about business. There's controversies about life generally. There are controversies about his teaching, and there are controversies about relationships. So those are his major areas of controversies. So ministry, business, life, teaching, relationship. I hope I've got everything, but if I haven't, we have this many slides to go over. So let's continue. So let's do that right now with the next slide, please. Yay. Okay. So I have another slide here that says success equal controversies and scandals. I just want everybody to know. Okay, and this is the beginning of this presentation, the proper beginning, so that you know where Dr. Sunday's controversies and scandals started from. Okay, so it's true the fact that Dr. Sunday experienced a huge success. He's a minister, he's a pastor in Kyiv, Ukraine, former USSR, and a communist country. Mainly, the main religious practice is Orthodox Christianity, and Dr. Sunday is a Pentecostal, charismatic, religious, or should I say, preacher, rather than religious preacher. So he came into the Soviet Union many years ago when he was 19, over 32 years ago, and came to enforce a charismatic Christ, or the charismatic practice of Christ to these people. And this is the beginning of his controversies. And you will see that in a video that we're going to show you shortly. So here is his ministry, lots of people, over 25,000 members, over 300 branches, and many other branches all over the world. And I have there the picture below with Dr. Sunday and Pastor Bosse. So they started this ministry together, and Dr. Sunday doing great exploits in his ministry, and that was the beginning of controversies. So let's go right now to watch the video.
As more sports news for you in about an hour from now. Now then, it's got a congregation of thousands, a charismatic Nigerian leader, and it's planning to spend millions on a new headquarters. But the Embassy of God Church isn't in Africa, or indeed in the Bible Belt of the USA. It's in Ukraine. The Ukrainian Orthodox Church says it's brainwashing people, and those in charge are more interested in power than religion, a claim denied by the Embassy of God. The BBC's Helen Fawkes reports.
It might seem like a pop concert, but this is religion, Ukrainian style. The Embassy of God is sweeping across the country. It claims to have 25,000 members in the capital alone. For people here, a church service that has a feel-good factor is something new. But the reason it attracts so many people is this man. Charming the audience with tales about temptations he's faced, Sunday Adelaide is the charismatic leader of the Embassy of God. His bright clothes and upbeat message make him stand out from other religious leaders. He started the church with just a handful of African students in Kiev. Now, even the city mayor is a regular. But Mr. Adelaide has faced a lot of hostility.
Can you imagine a black man coming from Africa, you know, in this society? Here, you are lucky that you are white, because if you are black, you would have felt the difference.
The Embassy of God is growing in popularity, but it's still the Orthodox Church, which is the dominant religion here. Most people consider themselves to be Orthodox Christians. It's a religion which has been around for centuries. And the rituals have hardly changed. It's a complete contrast to the Embassy of God. The Ukrainian Orthodox Church feels threatened. It doesn't like the way the evangelical movement is attracting some powerful members, like politicians, and it claims that the Embassy of God is a cult.
The
followers become like zombies. They are fully devoted to the leader of the organization, ready to fulfill any of his desires. It also has an impact on political life, because these people have to campaign for the politicians loyal to their church.
But the Embassy of God says there's no brainwashing. Instead, it's successful because it works with people who feel rejected by society. At this homeless shelter in Kiev, it helps prostitutes, drug addicts and members of the mafia. A lot of people have become alienated following the end of the Soviet Union. So perhaps the reason that this new church is so popular is that it offers a sense of community, something which has been lacking for many Ukrainians. Helen Fawkes, BBC News, Kiev.
That video, I'm going to dissect the video for you guys. So that was a video from BBC World many years ago. And this BBC World, British Broadcasting Corporation, you know, they're huge media corporation. And for them to actually feature Dr. Sunday and the church, you know that their church is big. You know that what he's doing is known around the world. So this is the beginning of the controversies. And there you saw some of the Orthodox priests or whatever they called, coming out and saying that the church, the charismatic church that it's been led by Dr. Sunday, Embassy of God, is a cult. So what is new from what is happening now? The controversies that you hear now. What is new? What is the difference between now with the Nigerian GOs and some people saying that Dr. Sunday is an antichrist, and those many years ago in Kyiv, Ukraine, where Dr. Sunday is still now? There is no difference. People are people, as Dr. Sunday said to me recently when we were walking. So he was saying people are people, and people are people all over the world. Controversy equates to success. Okay, so or success equates to controversy. So BBC is covering Dr. Sunday's success in ministry, and is also sharing that that the Orthodox Church in Kyiv, Ukraine, are saying that Dr. Sunday is a cult, or is practice, or his charismatic church is a cult. But there is no cult. You know, the reasons why Dr. Sunday was successful because he's preaching the truth. And the reason why people listen to Dr. Sunday now is because something resonates with them. As an individual that you're out there, if you hear something, does your GO, your pastor, or anybody respect you enough to be able to deduce the truth? For you to know what is right and what is wrong, and not lie to you that this man is antichrist or you shouldn't listen to him at all. If you go to any church or any cult or any shrines, I call it shrine, not cult, most of them, and they're telling you not to listen to Dr. Sunday, not to listen to what he's saying, first of all, the person or the preacher that is saying that does not respect you. He doesn't respect you as an adult that can make your own decision. They think that they have to tell you what to do. That is the same as slavery, and that is the same as communism, how it was then, where people are told what to do. So you're basically a dummy, and you're being told what to do. So if you hear anybody telling you that, don't listen to this, this person is saying this, no, just even if you do listen, make up your own mind. Let the inside of you, the spirit inside of you, help you to work out what is true or what is wrong or what is not. So please, I just want to put this out there. It's very, very common, and to see the similarities between communism, slavery, and what is happening where you hear, don't listen to Dr. Sunday, don't listen to what he's saying, he's Antichrist. So this is not new. Dr. Sunday have been dealing with controversies for many, many years, and the problem started with his success here in Ukraine. Even though there was no problem then with African churches and African GOs, there was problems with Europeans in the Kyiv region, or generally in Kyiv or Russia, let's just say in Ukraine and Russia. And you've seen that the Orthodox Church saying that is a cult, and this is wrong, or it's anyway, cults is not right. Somebody brainwashing you is not right for you to follow them. Religion generally is a mess, but faith is important, not cult or religion. So let's move on to the next slide. I'm just telling you the beginning of the problems. So I'm going to show you a video here, and in that video, the video is titled Racist Attack Against Dr. Sunday Adelaja in Ukraine. So let's watch this video, and please take notes of what is happening here. One particular thing I want you to take note is there was a sentence that was made that if it doesn't stop his interference, we will find methods to stop him. Okay, this is important, right? This video is important. So the BBC came, they featured Dr. Sunday, they showed Dr. Sunday around the world. This is BBC World, and the Orthodox have a lot. The Orthodox Church in Kyiv or in Ukraine have a lot to say about him and why he's successful, which are all negative. But look at this video and what is happening here. You would understand where some of these controversies really started from. And that quote that I just read out, that if he doesn't stop, he being Dr. Sunday, we will find, or if he doesn't stop interference, so that means liberating the youth, enlightening people, giving people the opportunity to be who they're supposed to, giving them the information, not the opportunity, but the information to be who they want to be, or to realize who they want to be, and forge ahead. We will find methods to stop him. So think about this in your household, in your community. If somebody tells you that if you don't stop what you're doing, they'll find a way to stop you. Think about that. I'm sure you've experienced something like that before, maybe on a smaller scale, but you must have experienced that. How does that feel? Watch this video here.
Экстремистские тоталитарные секты.
Секта так называемого лидера.
This is the demonstration by the God's Embassy Church building. This act is against foreign preachers and Pastor Sunday. Niggers, go climb up on the palms. 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 Can I make Sunday an offer? I'd like to offer Sunday a job as a porter. He should come and help us build houses here in Ukraine. Good luck. Sunday is a criminal. 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 These are representatives of the Ukrainian Conservative Party and informal youth organizations. Also represented here are the campaign of undocumented immigration and Youth Nationalistic Congress. Black people are the lowest of all kinds, and I don't care if they're offended by it or not. Have they done anything good? Is there any nigger scientists? No. Only emotions are inherent in this race. Intellect isn't inherent in them. They can teach us nothing. How far do you intend to go with your struggle? First of all, this is a warning. We are drawing the attention of our people and our officials to this problem. Ukraine is becoming a refuge dump. Ukraine is now being inhabited by racial strangers. Tell them that he is not needed here. If he won't stop his interference, we will find methods to stop him. I have a question for Pastor Sunday. Many Nigerians, your fellow citizens, are among those who are arrested for drug dealing. What is your opinion about that? I understand what they mean by throwing these bananas at me, but may the Lord bless them. Jesus teaches us to love everybody, even our enemies. So I want to say that I love this man. The charismatic leader of this extremist totalitarian sect, Sunday Adelaide, adheres to the doctrines of the New World Order. Some years ago, they made a decision to get a hold of power in our country. So what we are faced with here is not only a danger of public disorder and immorality, but also the danger to the national security of Ukraine. There is a sect in Kiev which has Sunday as its leader. It is a Negro religious group. They conquer other religious groups. When Chernovetsky says that he is an Orthodox, and after that he kisses with the sectarian Black Sunday, who defiles the souls of our youth, he lies. Because true Orthodox cannot embrace, support, and finance a sectarian. We will defend our Slavic Kiev to the bitter end. People elected Sunday. We don't need any Sunday. This slogan means that they cannot buy us with free meals. We also know that the mayor, Chernovetsky, is a member of Sunday's sect. It is a terrible sect. We understand that Sunday is a presbyter. He has great power. Actually, we elected Sunday as the mayor of Kiev. Our saints that are buried in Orthodox monasteries would flip upside down in their grave if they knew what is happening. I have never seen Kiev in such shame before. That is why I am here. We must defend our nation. Information agency Zakiev summed up the results of a public opinion poll. A picture of a four-headed dragon was posted up on the internet. The task was to eliminate one head, so only 3 are left. They used heads of different public officials. First, the Speaker of Ukrainian Parliament, Alexander Moroz. Second, the City Mayor of Kiev, Leonid Chernovetsky. Third, Senior Pastor of a popular church in Kiev, which experts consider to be a totalitarian sect closely connected with Chernovetsky, Sunday Adelaide. And Prime Minister of Ukraine, Viktor Yanukovych. There were 10,500 responses. Respondents chose Pastor Sunday Adelaide to be the unnecessary head, and Leonid Chernovetsky was the most suitable man between all 4 heads. But, in many experts' opinions, these 2 men are closely connected, and the success of one is based on the support of the other. Thus, 3-headed dragon turned out with the head of Yanukovych, Moroz, and Chernovetsky. The Ukrainian press also pays much attention to Pastor Sunday. The Ukrainian version of the international magazine for men, Maxim, posted an article entitled, "Hang Them and Shoot Them," where the author offers a reader to shoot a few targets. Among them are different musicians and public officials, like the leader of God's Embassy Church, Pastor Sunday, and the mayor of Kiev, Leonid Chernovetsky, who is a member of God's Embassy Church. If he won't stop his interference, we will find methods to stop him.
Right. So I just want to, I really want us to dissect this, especially this video. And the last words from the guy at the end, he said that if he doesn't stop interference, we will stop at nothing to stop. We would stop at nothing. If he doesn't stop his interference, we will find methods to stop him. So we will find methods to stop him. And indeed, they are finding methods to stop him. And some of you actually are helping them with those methods to stop him. This is just my opinion, by the way. And I will share some of those methods with you that they have found to stop Dr. Sunday. But they cannot stop Dr. Sunday, you know. This is somebody that knows his purpose. This is somebody that works in his purpose. And this is somebody that have a relationship. He has a relationship with God that between him and God, I don't believe that you can separate them. So this, I'm going to share some of the points that they made here. So home of Nigerian Sunday is Africa, not Kiev. So the title of this video, you can see it on YouTube and it's also on Facebook, or you can go back to this video is racism attack on against Dr. Sunday in Ukraine. It's on Dr. Sunday's page, Dr. Sunday Adelaja on Facebook. So check it out yourself. It's about 6 minutes long, and just listen to the words and the actions in there. So racism, it started with racism, that we don't want him in Kyiv. His home is Africa, not Kyiv. Actually, if you're listening, or anybody that understands English in Ukraine, please let him go then, all right? If you don't want him and his home is Africa, leave him, let him go. Stop persecuting him, all right? Simple as that. But I actually think that they secretly want Dr. Sunday here, because Dr. Sunday has done a lot for the people here. They don't want him to go. The government don't want him to go. They want him to continue to help them with difficult tasks, but they don't want to appreciate him for it. That is what I've observed. Because if you've been going on a case for so long, which I will talk about, and you know it's been going on and on, you can't do anything to this person, you have no evidence, and you're not letting the person go, then obviously, yeah, you don't want them to go to Africa. You're lying. You're deceiving yourself. So even the Ukrainian government or any official is listening to this, if you do want him to go to Africa, then let's finish this case. Let it be done with. It's just a simple request. I just thought I'd throw that out there. So, and then they went on to say, no to Nigerians, a Nigerian sect and zombie maker. So, of course, these people don't believe in God. They don't trust the people. They don't respect their people. So they feel like if somebody comes, an ordinary man like them comes and says something, and the people change their mind, or they change their character, their behavior, they improve, it means that that person is using a superpower, a supernatural power, in order to change these people's mind. No. And I see so much similarities to the way that the Ukrainians are persecuting Dr. Sunday, and also the way that the Nigerians, the Africans are as well. You know, don't listen to him. Don't, it's Antichrist, it's this, it's that. It's the same thing. People are people, okay? So I agree with Dr. Sunday that he doesn't listen to people. He doesn't even think about them. He just focuses on his goals. Because, you see, skin might be different. They're all doing the same thing. Nigerians are doing the same thing. And the Ukrainians are doing the same thing. But the main purpose of this chapter, or this part of the slide and this video, is for you to understand where is controversies and where is persecutions are coming from, the root of it, the reasons. So the reasons that I can see from this is that it's successful, it's changing the lives of the youth. You can hear from the video that they're saying that people are becoming zombie, they're listening to him, and there's a lot of lies that are being told by the Orthodox Church. The leader of the Orthodox Brotherhood, whatever, the big guy, in that video, he was saying that Dr. Sunday is a leader of a sect. Years ago, they made a plan to come and disrupt Ukraine and to do this. I mean, clearly lies, complete lies, you know. Let's think about it. Think about that. You think Dr. Sunday came? Do you believe anything in that video in terms of what Dr. Sunday came to do in Ukraine, to mess them up? No. There's no signs of that. All they are saying is change individuals. Many people that are drug addicts, they are abusers of alcohol and other stronger drugs. They've changed their life. They've turned their lives around. You've seen testimonials. You've seen people around him. They're telling you that this is what I used to do. This is what I do now. Because the USSR, they used to call it the Iron Curtains. They are the one that treated people like slaves. They treated people like zombies. You can't make up your own mind. Communism means that everybody have everything equally at the basic, at the minimum. You can't decide that you want to do anything else. The government decides for you. And that has really oppressed people. You know, this is another type of slavery, communism then. And after the end of communism, people still suffer the mentality, the ills of that treatment. And when they saw, they were drinking, they were smoking, they were into prostitution, the whole place was a mess. And for so many years, Dr. Sunday, one by one, gathering people around, helping them, speaking to them, teaching them on how to improve their lives, how to understand themselves, how to understand God, how to have a relationship with God. And these people started to change their lives. And they saw that Dr. Sunday had an impact in the country, had an impact in the nation, the lives of people in the country. And one thing that you also saw in that video is that the mayor of Kiev at the time was also a member of God Embassy Church. Of course, that's a huge problem because that's politics. They believe that Dr. Sunday would have influence on the mayor of Kiev. Of course, it would have influence on the mayor of Kiev. If you go to the church and you believe in the leader, you believe in the leader's teaching, the leader would have influence on you, but not influence to do ills to the society. It's influence for you to do great exploits, to do great things for the society. But of course, the main problem here is the color of his skin. And unfortunately, I cannot say that that's the problem with Africans, or Africans who are against him. I can't really pinpoint it other than they're not using their heads. They're not using their sound mind, as I call it. They're not using their brain. You know, what could he be doing wrong? Your alcoholics are turning their lives around. Drug addicts are changing from their ways. They're no longer taking drugs. The crimes in the country is reduced because people are not stealing in order to get their drugs and get a fix. People are doing better for themselves, for their family. Family breakdown is being reduced because of this. And what do you want to say other than he's African, he's a sect, he's brainwashing people? I mean, come on. So, and some of the things that they wrote on the banner was that foreigner, don't teach us to pray. You know, stupid things. Don't teach us to pray. Sunday leader, get out of Ukraine. Yes, he wants to get out of Ukraine. Let him go. And then no to Judeo-African spiritual intervention. Again, these are issues, old age issues of human being, religion, stupidness, you know, not connecting the brain, racism, prejudice, all these kind of things, they exist here. Dr. Sunday have been through these trials and these tribulations, and he's an expert in it. He knows how to deal with them. It comes and it goes, but his purpose will still be achieved on this earth. He's going to achieve every goal that he is supposed to achieve on this earth. So I just want to put it out there. So you saw that guy, and also the guy that sat down, the guy that was saying that, you know, the big guy who was saying that that Dr. Sunday came years ago, they came into the country to have negative plans against Ukraine. And then the other guy that says that they will stop at nothing to make sure that they said to stop him. So they will stop at nothing to stop him. So let's move forward now with the next slide. So here, in that video as well, in that video, I'll just tell you some of the things that they said in that video. There was a press conference against foreign preachers and Pastor Sunday. It's quite interesting that they said against foreign preachers. Dr. Sunday is a foreign preacher. Why then do you highlight also Dr. Sunday? Again, I'm telling you the beginning of the controversies, the beginning of the scandals. They were against him. They said that if he stops interfering, stop doing God's work, stop doing what he's supposed to do, changing people's lives, showing people the truth, showing people the right way to go. If he doesn't stop doing that, then they will stop at nothing to get him. And this is what they're doing. And they're saying here that in a press conference. So they had a press conference. They called people together, and they're against foreign preachers and Pastor Sunday separately. Okay, so realize that he's always gone through persecution for many reasons, but some of the points that they made here, if I will repeat this, if he won't stop the interference, but would find methods to stop him. That is, I put a number in there, that's at 159 in the video. The head of Orthodox of Ukraine making up stories. So if you look at that part where he was making up stories, the guy that was seated at the conference, he was making up all sorts of stories. You know, it doesn't even make sense. The Dr. Sunday that you know, or the Dr. Sunday that you hear about, Africans don't go to other countries to try and like create a coup there. It's just stupid. And then there's something else that they were saying is that Dr. Sunday is considered a danger to national security in Ukraine. Okay, what's it going to do? Danger to national security. I mean, total nonsense. Negro religious group, again, is about his color, his skin. Negro religious group, conquer other religious group. So you see, success means that you're conquering other people. So when you're conquering other people, they will come at you with everything that they have, especially people that they want to enslave others, people that want to subdue other people. They will come to you. In their words, they said that Dr. Sunday is conquering other religious group. So what if he's conquering other religious group? If you believe in God and your religious God is great and he knows what he's doing, then let your religious God do his performance, and let the God of the charismatic Sunday Adelaja is calling, let him also perform. What is this about? Is conquering. You see, nothing different from what you hear now from GEOs, from pastors, from other people that says all sorts of nonsense. Is not new, okay? Give it up. Dr. Sunday will still achieve his purpose. He's done a lot of great exploits even from then on. This didn't stop him at all. It just made him realize that he needs to work harder. And then there's another thing. Accused the mayor of Kiev. So they accused the mayor of Kiev, saying that he's not the mayor, that's actually Dr. Sunday, because he goes to the church. He goes to Dr. Sunday's charismatic church, Embassy of God in Kiev, Ukraine. So they accused him. I'm sure that guy also would have gone through a lot of persecution then, and even maybe still now, because if he has any association, they will probably still be giving him a lot of headache. And, you know, I wouldn't be surprised. So let's just move to the next slide. Right. This is not actually the mayor of Kiev, but this is Dr. Sunday and a gentleman here. And he says, uproar mayor of Kiev. So they are accusing mayor of Kiev, a member of God's embassy. Is Sunday mayor of Kiev? That was a question that was raised by one of the protesters in that video. It says, is Sunday the mayor of Kiev? You know, this sounds more like, you know, just disdain for this man. It's not new. And you know, sometimes when I remember when I first met Dr. Sunday, the only person that I know of, right, in terms of stories, is Jesus that I can compare him with. Okay, all the dingbats that are out there that are saying that will find a fault with what I've said. It is my opinion. It is how I feel. Okay, is the only person that I can compare this kind of persecution, accusations, kind of heel treatment that I read about is Jesus in the Bible. So sometimes when we say, or they hear people saying that, you know, they can't believe it, or, you know, they sing his praises. If somebody is demonstrating something that you can only liken to somebody else, you can say it. Don't be religious. Nobody is saying that he is Jesus. By the way, we don't even know, but nobody is saying that. We're just saying that the comparison for me that I can make is Jesus. I don't know, is your pastor like this? Does he go through persecution like this? That is genuine for just trying to help people? Tell me, who do you know that is like that? If you know anybody, let us know. Maybe Mandela, actually. You know, Mandela also went through persecution. He was in jail for so many years. Maybe, I don't know, maybe Gandhi. Other people, okay, there will be other people. I'm thinking of greats here. Great people in the world, they can be compared to Jesus. They demonstrated Jesus. They will do anything to make sure that you know the truth, that you have knowledge, you have understanding, you're not subdued. And these are examples of that. They were saying that you will not buy us with free meals. So, of course, Dr. Sunday is giving them free meals, and they're saying that you will not buy them with free meals. So that statement alone says that you're getting free meals. They're getting free meals, and they're saying that you will not buy us with free meals. Buy what? Again, this is what is similar to what you hear now. We will defend our Soviet Kiev to the bitter end. And they are doing that. They're trying their best, okay? But, you know, the truth cannot be buried. The truth would always prevail. So these are some of the things that they said in that video. And I also want to highlight to you in that video when they threw a banana at Dr. Sunday. You know, who did they prosecute? And the person says, forgive them, but they know what they know not what they're doing. Again, it's Jesus. Yes, it's a comparison of Jesus. Raphael, chew that, eat it, do whatever the heck you want to do with it. I just want to put that out there, okay? Because I know you like this kind of stuff, even though I haven't been watching the videos. But anyway, let me move on. Not important at all. So I'm comparing here that who says that we will defend our, these people say they'll defend our Soviet Kiev to the bitter end. Stupidness. And that's why these controversies, this is why they're persecuting him, because they want to defend their Soviet Kiev to the bitter end. So that the same way a lot of people defend their lies to the bitter end for one reason or the other. I don't even know what their Soviet Kiev is. Total tosh. So let's move on to the next slide. Then we have here, do you remember there's a four-headed dragon in the video that they mentioned? They mentioned something about four-headed dragon. So they had a poll and over 10,000 people voted which head to get rid of out of these four people. There's one person that is more deserving, and it's not Dr. Sunday, but they'll rather get rid of Dr. Sunday's head because they think that Dr. Sunday and the mayor of Kiev would be are one together, and to get rid of Dr. Sunday would be the best bet, and leave all the other people, even if it's not just, get rid of the black guy. Get rid of somebody that is making a change. Don't get rid of somebody that is improving their community. So it was over 10,000 people voted to get rid of his head. So eliminate one head. That was the question in the poll, and everyone chose, most people chose to eliminate Dr. Sunday. Hang them and shoot them. So the thing is also hang them and shoot them, is also shoot Dr. Sunday. Nothing is new. And then we would find method to stop him. So they said they will find methods to stop him. So this is where all these problems started. They were quite vocal about it. It's not hidden. It is known. They have said this, that they will find method to stop Dr. Sunday. So if anybody is out there, any critics, anybody that feels like they want to stop Dr. Sunday, join the gang of these dingbats, okay? You have company. You have lots of company for many years in Kiev, Ukraine. Join them, contact them, get in touch with them. Go and join them. Dr. Sunday, the truth will still prevail with him, okay? And he is still going to achieve his purpose on earth. So waste your purpose, waste your time, waste your life on joining these people. There are lots of people in Kiev and in other places around the world. Get in touch with them. We live in an information age now. I'm just giving you that, just as a nugget. I like being, I like being silly sometimes. So there you go. Let's move on. Don't forget they threw a banana at him, and then he said, I love you guys. I don't know why you threw this banana at me. I don't know who does that, but I just thought I should mention that to you again in that video. So let's move on to the next slide, please. Here, okay. So I know a lot of, this is another controversy, and the title of this controversy is King's Capital, okay? So I don't know if you haven't heard of King's Capital. Let me just share a little brief information on King's Capital with you. So King's Capital is an investment group or an investment organization that was set up by a company, a big investment company in Kiev many years ago. And a member of God's Embassy is also is an administrator of that King's Capital. So is a partner, an administrator of this investment company called King's Capital. So if you don't know about this, I'm sharing this with you now so that you know the background, you know this information. So it's going to start getting juicier here. I've given you a background, and I'm just going to give you some of the juices, okay, the teas. So let's have the teas now. So this King's Capital, a member of God Embassy, so think about your church, think about your cult or your shrine that you go to. A member of that church has a business, okay? And the person introduces the business to the rest of the members or people that comes to that church. Also, that person also have billboards, or that company that they work at, they have billboards all around the country, all around Kyiv, showing people, asking people, advertising King's Capital. So advertising this investment company to the world, to the country, mainly the country. So not just in Kyiv, but all over Ukraine, there are billboards, there are adverts about King's Capital. But the member, one of the administrator or one of the partners of King's Capital is a member of God Embassy Church, okay? And of course, you know, a lot of you have businesses. You go to church to sell your business to people. I remember in London, I've had people that does mortgages to come and sell properties, or, you know, sell mortgages to us, sell investments, ask us. Our pastor have called a lot of people that are in business then in UK to come and speak to us and help us to invest. So, you know, they go to the pastor and said, look, I have this deal, or I have this that I can do. They've called them to come and they advertise. But in this particular case, it's not even how it went down. I did my investigation. I asked questions with a lot of people. So this is the information that they gave me. So this guy, a member of God Embassy, is also an administrator at King's Capital. And there are billboards, there are adverts all over Ukraine at this time where they advertise King's Capital Investment Company. And also this guy will come to church and also introduce his business and say, I'm a member, or I'm a partner in this company. If you want to take this deal, you can trust this company. I come to this church, you can trust me, and you know, you can invest your money. Let me tell you something about investment. I have some background in finance. You know, investment is not guaranteed, okay? It's not guaranteed. You can go up, it can go down, all right? Look at any investment. There is no guarantee that you're going to get. There's no guarantee that you're going to get your money, or you're going to get what, or you're going to get the percentage that they propose to you. So in this investment is mostly about properties. So what people did, according to my investigation, is like a lot of people invested in this King Capital investment company, all right? And some of them sold their property or remortgaged their properties in order to put some money down into King's Capital. All right, so they sold or they invested their property and put their money down. Again, it's not just member of the church. There are people all over Ukraine that did that. And again, please use your own experiences, your own life understanding to kind of work through this. So a member of your church has an investment company or is partnership, or even work for an investment company, and says that my investment company offer great rates, offer great returns. I would encourage you to bank with them. I would encourage you to do this investment. I have done it. I used to work for Barclays Bank in UK, and I've told people about insurance, I've told people about mortgages, I've told people about shares, I've told people about different things that Barclays offers that they can go into. Either that they were successful in it or not. Most of the time, you know, I don't even check. I just tell people that this is how it goes. Yes, they are the company that I work for. This is what I know about them, and I'll share those information. Dr. Sunday is not a partner in this business at all. Dr. Sunday doesn't have any shares in this business or anything like that. And everybody that I've asked testified to that. And the other thing is that During this time and before this time, Dr. Sunday, as you know, he's written books about finance. He's written books about educating people about finance. One of his first books that I read is Money Won't Make You Rich. Many people have read that book. He's done teachings on that in Ukraine. He's done teaching us that with people in the church, and also how to gain financial freedom. I just introduced, or I just showed you one of the book, how to secure a financial future. So, or how to secure your financial future. So these are the teachings of Dr. Sunday. It's not just about the Bible. In fact, he makes the Bible alive, because of course the Bible also tells you to leave inheritance for your children's children. How do you leave inheritance for your children's children if you don't secure your financial future? So educating his congregation, educating members of the church or members of God Embassy was part of his calling, part of his goal, and he was good at that. So he was good at helping people to understand their purpose. He's good at helping people to set up businesses for themselves. You know, one of Dr. Sunday's great book is Stop Working for Uncle Sam. So anybody that listened to Dr. Sunday for a prolonged period of time, you would be thinking about setting up your own business. So again, it wasn't a mistake that this guy set up his own business or is in partnership with other people, because he's been hearing teachings from Dr. Sunday, from the church, educating these people, because they've lived in the period of Soviet Union communism, where they were not their own person. They were not they're not able to think and do things for themselves. So teachings of Dr. Sunday, of course, help them to now set up their own businesses, to think of their purpose, to think of what they're good at, and to work at it. Dr. Sunday is not going to micromanage that. It's not going to police that, how you're going to do it or how you're not going to do it. Think about your pastors and your GOs. Do they go around and saying, okay, so what business are you setting up? How are you setting it up? Let me look at the books. Let me see how everything is operating. He won't do that. He shouldn't do that. He doesn't have the time to do that. There's so many things that he's doing. He was traveling around that time as well, all around the world. So this guy, that of course is not even in the business. Another thing that somebody pointed out to me when I was doing my research was that Dr. Sunday taught many people how to set businesses up, taught many people about finance, taught many people about many different topics. Why is it this one company is the only thing that people are focusing on? So I would just like to throw that out there as well as a question for other people as well. So there are many businesses, there are many people that turn their lives around, there are many people that set up their own business. Some businesses failed, some businesses were successful because they're run by different characters, they're run by different people. You know, sometimes we think that we're ready to set up a business or we know what we're doing, but we don't know what we're doing. We're just trying to do something, and sometimes you might fail at one business. It's no reason to give up. You might then succeed at another business. So these are just issues of life, okay? But the fact that the person pointed this out to me, that what about all the other hundreds of businesses that were successful? What about the hundreds of people that Dr. Sunday taught how to do things and they did them well and they're still thriving now? Why are they not talking about that? Why is it that it's only this company, this King's Capital? Many reasons, and I want to take you back to the video where they said that they will stop at nothing. They will stop at nothing if Dr. Sunday stopped interfering. So this is one of the plans. This is one of the strategy to stop Dr. Sunday. This is one of the strategy. This King's Capital, the investigations that they've done on it and the way that they're going about it over the years now is one of the reasons why how they want to stop Dr. Sunday, and they've attempted to stop Dr. Sunday. So I would like us to watch the second video of that in this King's Capital information or slide. So it's the second video.
Hello, everybody. I'm just coming out of the police station here. It's one of the main police stations in Ukraine, in Kyiv, in the city of Kyiv. And you know, last Tuesday when we were here, last week Tuesday, they arrested 3 members of our church in a fraud allegation that is involving me in the church. Is this so ridiculous? Because I came to this country when I was 19 years old, and I've given my life to the Ukrainian people and to the cause of Christ in this land, in this country. By the grace of God, I've seen over 8 million people giving their lives and coming to salvation. And I've seen the collapse of communism and the victory of the kingdom. And this latest allegation and the fear that I could be arrested is just because of the gospel. I am so shocked that anybody will ever believe that Pastor Sunday has been involved in a fraud whatsoever. This is all about the effectiveness of the gospel. I want you to, our friends who care for us and for what God has been doing in Ukraine, to help defend democracy and to help defend the cause of Christ in this country. I want to say that I don't have anything against the Ukrainian government. I love Ukrainian people. I love the Ukrainian government. I've given my life to defend the cause of Christ in this land and to defend democracy in this country. I just want everybody to know that what is going on doesn't have anything to do with financial crime, as the propaganda from the government is. I've lived in this country for the past 25 years, and I've survived all kinds of allegations. So this latest allegation is to stop the revival and the effectiveness of the gospel of the kingdom that has been going on here. I am a simple person. I've lived my life in the open before all the people. Anybody that have been to Ukraine can attest to the fact that my life is an open book, and that the work that the Embassy of God has done in this country and in the continent of Europe is only God who could have done this. So please, my friends, I want you to help defend.
Yes. So as you've seen in that video, that part of the video is about 16 minutes, and I don't want it to play for 16 minutes. But let me just explain some of the things that is happening there. Dr. Sunday just left a police station. This was many years ago. You can still see that it's very trimmed there. Of course, he still look young. Dr. Sunday, you still look young. Not that he's vain, but it was some years ago. So at least now, between 7 and 10 years ago, when all these controversies started heating up. Again, I want to remind you of the video where the racist attack on him, where a banana was thrown at him, and where they said that if he doesn't stop interfering, they would do everything to stop him. They would do everything that they can to stop him. So this is part of what they're doing to stop him. So they've arrested 3 people in God's embassy, members, and also they've also involved Dr. Sunday into a fraud allegation. Okay, and it has to do with this company, King's Capital. Again, Dr. Sunday has nothing to do with King's Capital. I've asked a number of people around me, a number of people that I've seen. In fact, there was a time where I had a discussion with a taxi driver. Of course, the taxi driver wasn't speaking a lot of English, but what the taxi driver was saying to me then was mafia, mafia, money, money, mafia, money. I remember that very clearly. That was in 2017 when I was in a taxi. I was reading Dr. Sunday Sunday's book, and the taxi driver was saying mafia, mafia, money, money. So the government and other people that wants to stop Dr. Sunday, which I believe is also the Orthodox Church, so they cook up this drama, this scenario of fraud, because people lost their money in King's capital. And I want to take you back also to 2008, the global financial crisis, okay? So all over the world, America, United Kingdom, even Nigeria, people lost money in their investments. People's investment slumped right down because of the global crisis. You know, we all know about that. If you didn't know about that, you're very lucky. Of course, some people also made money out of that, depending on what they're doing at the time. But the majority of people, they lost their businesses, they lost money all over the world. Nobody was suing anybody. Everybody understood that investments, it carries a risk. All investment carries a risk. You can have low risk, you can have high risk, you can have medium risk. And these people, I don't know if it's the Soviet Union mentality or just for the hate of Dr. Sunday or just the hate of the gospel. I don't know what it is, right? But they're not understanding that if you invest, if King's Capital is an investment company and you invest and things doesn't go the way that you expected it to, is a possibility actually in any investment, unless if they've promised you that you're guaranteed to get what you put in or more. All right, investment carries risk. So for people that are out there as well, you know, not just take this as what has happened in the past. And if you're going to invest now as well, do your due diligence in that investment and also know that investment carries risk. Whenever anybody asks you to put money anywhere, knows that it carries risk. It's important for you to know that. We're in 2019, nobody should be illiterate about it or not knowledgeable about this type of information. So the global crisis in 2018 also affected this company, and people lost their money. The company was collapsed. Even Lehman Brothers, you know, one of America's greatest banks, also collapsed during 2018. Yes, some executives were blamed for that. Some of them actually were also in trouble for that, but they were executives. They were people that make decisions in that company, not a pastor of the church that the administrator goes, okay? Or the person that taught the administrator how to set up a business or what to do in order to set up a business. Not the teachers, not the mentors. It's the people that are working in that company. So this is one of the things is what you have to understand about Ukraine, about Soviet Union mentality. Of course, they've said that they will stop at nothing. They will do everything that they can to stop Dr. Sunday. But these lies, and some people believe in the lies, also means that they're not really enlightened. Their mind is closed. They have, I don't know what words to use, but you know, there are certain things that is not right about not being able to comprehend that fact that the pastor of the church cannot be blamed for a business owned by a member of the church, okay? It doesn't matter even what relationship they have. They can even shareholders are not blamed in a business when a business collapses. The shareholders also lose their shares or lose part of the shares depending on the makeup or the construction of the shares certificate or shares that they hold. And, you know, everybody just move on. But that understanding is not there, of course, because they want to blame somebody. They've already signed an allegiance to make sure that they get Dr. Sunday at any cost on any matter that, you know, they can get away with. And this King's Capital is one of them. So, again, please think back to 2008, the global crisis. Look at what you lost. Look at what happened in your life then. As well, if you had an investment, who did you blame? Did you blame anybody for that investment plummeting or, you know, not getting what you put in? No, normal people don't. People that have understanding don't, you know, but some of these people are angry and also they want a scapegoat. And the scapegoat happens to be Dr. Sunday. But remember, Dr. Sunday's ethos, his mentality is that all things work together for good. Either way, you know, the truth will prevail. It might take a long time, but the truth will always prevail. So again, this is just linking the beginning of the crisis, the reasons, and what's happened with this company, King's Capital. It's a long video. There was a lady that came accusing Dr. Sunday after in this video as well, but it's long. If you want to watch this video, you can go on YouTube and find the video. Let me know, or just write to me about the video if you really want to go into this and find out more information about this story, this particular story. So let's move on to the next slide, please. Here we go. Here's my favorite topic here: sex controversies. Whoa, whoa, whoa. So guys, I'm going to ask you to please share. You can write in the comments when you're sharing Dr. Sunday sex or sex about Dr. Sunday, whatever, to get people to come and watch this, because we need to address this. We need to deal with this heads on, okay? So click that share icon. If you're on Facebook, if you're on YouTube, share a link and say sex and Dr. Sunday again or something. You will get people to come and watch. People like talking about sex. They like hearing about sex. And now let's address these sex issues. I love these pictures that I have here. The picture I have here. This is Dr. Sunday in his element, laughing with a mature lady. And you know, to me, it's just like they're laughing about the issues about sex and what people say is about sex. So guys, let's do it. Let's do it. Go and call your friends. Call the people that are always going on about sex. So I'm glad it's almost 9 here in Ukraine. No, that it's past midnight somewhere in the world, okay? So don't let us even go there. Mayowa, don't go there, okay? So we're going to talk about sex, right? Yeah, I like talking about things like this. You know, Christians, if you have children, you don't want them to, you are always hiding things from them, or you're a religious person, you don't want them talking about this, or you yourself, you're an adult, you don't want to talk about this. Maybe you should kind of, no, stay. I wouldn't say you should leave. Stay to hear this. It's going to be a lot of sex here. So let me start with just introducing you to some of the sex allegations or sex controversies that we talk about. Number one, there was a video by a preacher, a GO. I don't even know if I can call this person a preacher or GO, a dingbat, that mentioned that Dr. Sunday has slept with 30 women and impregnated 10. I'm going to show you the video, but not right now, okay? Idiot. Slept with 30, impregnated 10. This, if I was doing my program, I would have had a horse, a stallion horse saying, you know, like horses. So, Dr. Sunday, somebody who's taken his time and written hundreds of books, okay, while you're faffing around, right? He's also had time to sleep with 30 women, right? And impregnated 10, because he's a lunatic, huh? So when he was sleeping with them, he didn't use any protection. It's like, number one, come, pam, pam, shoot. Number two, come, pam, pam, shoot. Disgraceful thoughts, disgraceful mentality. You can't even, I mean, okay, let's comprehend this. In Europe, huh? So you're shooting, straight shooter. He shot 30 times and then he shot 10 times and impregnated them. So where are these women? You know, when you're dithering preachers, you're dithering pastors, they open their dithering mouth to speak. Excuse me, if you don't like my dithering, get used to it, okay? Because things like this just gets to me. How can you believe something like this? That 30 women, he slept with 30, impregnated 10. So where are these 10 mixed race girls and boys, okay? These children. Okay, if he impregnated 10, maybe at least there's sets of twins there. Where are they? Where are they hidden? Common sense eludes many people. And somebody can open their mouth publicly in a public space and call yourself a man of God, a preacher, and say this. Another one is a picture saga. And I want us to learn some lessons in this picture thing, okay? Queens out there, and kings as well, you know, teach your queens, teach your female certain things. Picture saga. There's something wrong with religion. There's something wrong with people when you're fixated on sex. When any compliment that any opposite sex, especially men, makes to you or say to you or address you in a certain way, you think that they want to sleep with you. You are reducing yourself, okay? Your vagina is not you, okay? It's just a part of you. Like your tongue is a part of you. Your fingernails is a part of you. Your hair is a part of you. Your toenails is a part of you. Your vagina is a part, okay? And it is not you. So when anybody is saying, you want to sleep with me, the drinks, dingbats of the world, get your sense correctors. I just don't even, pictures. You're living in another town, not even in the same country. And somebody asks for a picture. We'll deal with that. I'm just giving you snippets, okay? And then another one on holy hugs. I just want to laugh. That one is young, so it's a complete dithering, okay? Her senses are not mature. She's not thinking. So let me just put that one aside. I don't want to go too much on that, okay? Because she was somebody that I consider a friend to say this, that says this, but she also has issues, but it's not a personal attack, all right? I just want us to help each other. I want us to think critically. When you hear anything, think critically about it. And then there's a Ukrainian lady that does videos every now and then. I know a little bit about her, okay? I ask questions as well. I ask people, who's this lady? What's she saying? Why is she saying this? So let's go to a video of Slept with 30 Women. And let's see what's happening there. So let's go. Oh, it's later on in the video. It's about 9 minutes, I think. Yeah. So guys, this video will come on. This is Joshua Iginla, and he is trying to defend himself.
And what does this mean?
Video. And while
most of you might not know that the operation of this ministry, when we started,
I did a series,
is completely a prophetic ministry.
Sometimes
grace of God will fall on some of our daughters, and they will go on trance for 3 days prophesying non-stop until I plead for God to bring them down. So you need to understand that the Pentecostal ministry don't understand this, some part of this move, and so they demonize it.
Some of you will remember that.
And that's why I say to people, it is not the name of your church that will save you. It is Christ. I've heard pastors preach against Catholic Church. Can I say to you, if
about the things that he wants to happen, and he's consulting that person. So he's trying to defend himself and accusing different people of what they did to set him up.
God nominated us, but we denominated ourselves.
And while he was doing that, he then spoke about Dr. Sunday, saying that video or that audio leaked to Dr. Sunday. In fact, Dr. Sunday don't deal with this. So Joshua and all the dingbats, okay? The audio came to Dr. Sunday, but Dr. Sunday was just so tired of. He's already done his bit. He's done the syncretism. He's done a lot of things about tithes and nothing, about preachers, about all sorts of things, so that a lot of people will identify if the church is really a church or there's something that is wrong with their pastors or their preachers that is not right or is not of God. And he's moved on, okay? And he didn't waste his time on that. I got a hold of that audio, and I decided to do a series on that audio and play the audio to see, so that I can know what is, to share with everybody what these preachers does, okay? So Dr. Sunday don't really give a toss about you. If we go back to his statement where he said that he doesn't think about you, Joshua, he doesn't think about you. Stop being a dingbat, okay? Saying something like, a man like you slept with 30 men, impregnated 10, you don't have any evidence. It shows how stupid you are, how moron, okay? You're a moron. You moronic you are, yeah? Okay, if it's your ancestor and you're upset that I'm insulting your pastor, your man of God, or your Lord and personal Savior, that's your problem, okay? He's moronic. Anybody that speaks like that, impregnated, slept with 30 women and impregnated 10, and there's no evidence, you don't even see one that you've done the DNA to find out if this really is the child of this person, and you're saying it publicly, you're a moron. Imbecile. No, don't insult imbecile. You're a moron. Because there's some people that are genuinely imbecile, but you are a moron. Yeah. It's not insult. It's just what you are. I'm sorry, okay? I'm not sorry. So there we go. So this guy was saying all sorts of things. We're going to get to the exact part. I did share the link at the point where I wanted to be. But I think with the system that we're using here, that system doesn't always pick up from where the video was shared. It goes back to the beginning. So I'm trying to get the time again. And I think the time is about 9 minutes something, you know, if we can push it forward a bit. Somebody is helping me. Dr. Anu is helping me to find out exactly what minutes. I think it's around 9 minutes. So let's see. I can't hear it. Let's see.
To China. Such wickedness against me in order to see whether they can pull me down. Look at the church field despite their attacks. A terrible daughter. Sit down, please. Sit down, please. I'm saying this for you to know how, an innocent stole money transaction started prophesying. That was all. That is all. Nothing else. And as she started prophesying, I got the Spirit of God, not her, engaged in the prophecy. That's all. Of psychological depression. He attacks Oyedepo Adeboye. He attacked Dr. Paul Eneche. He attacked TB Joshua. He attacks everybody that you can know. Or Yakilome. He attacked Benny Him. He attacked TDJ. He has been attacking me from 2015. I have never responded to him because I love him. I have been fasting, praying for that.
Yeah, Joshua, you're a liar. Okay, he's been attacking you from 2015. He attacks this, he attacks that, he attacks. No, he's not attacking them. He's just saying the truth about them. If it's not true, what he's saying about them, move on, okay? Why do you have to lie? So these are questions that you have to ask. When your pastor, even though you love them, okay? Remember the series about truth and questioning, the thinking series. Please go and watch it. Don't care about who is saying it. Care about the lessons, the truth that you're learning, okay? So this your pastor, your GO, Joshua Iginla, came and said that he's been attacking this, he's been attacking that. First of all, I want to know, why is he attacking these people? What are the things that he's saying to attack these people? If it's an attack, is this truly an attack? How can it be an attack if it's something that they do? You know, is it because he's saying the truth? How does the truth become an attack? How is somebody saying something and not being plagued with silence? How is that an attack? First of all, that's what you want to ask. Secondly, you want to say to yourself, okay, you're saying, you said that he attacks these people, but what are you saying now? You are saying that he impregnated 30 people. He slept with 30 in his church and impregnated 10. His church is full of 99% white Caucasian skinned people, right? So where are all these mixed race children and mothers and white mothers? What's going on? You know, is there any evidence? Pastor, have you seen any? Go and challenge your GO. Go and challenge Joshua. To ask him, why are you saying this? Did you see any of the children? Did you speak to any of the women that he slept with? Did they tell you what he did, how he got to sleep with 30 of them? Okay, if he's got that problem with sleeping with people, is there anything that you can do? Is there anything we can do? If you call yourself a true pastor, how can we help him? Is this a problem that he has? What's happening to these children? What is happening to their mothers? You know, how are they surviving? How do they feel? What's going on? What's going to happen in the future with this? Questions, okay? Don't just swallow. Don't just chew. Ask questions. You know, how do you know, Pastor? Did somebody tell you the way that somebody gave him your tape as well? How did you know? Did you go there? Did you speak to him? Did you ask questions? Don't just listen. And, you know, when they can say something like this, you know they have no integrity. Your GOs, your pastor, they lack integrity. They are no different from these racist people that are saying that they will stop at nothing to destroy somebody else. Because he wants to cover himself, he has to destroy somebody else with lies, with something that has no evidence, no proof. And you chew it up. So this is a huge problem in Africa. Forget Dr. Sunday now. Forget the issue about sex or anything. How many of you, how many people out there that you just hear something about somebody and you chew it up and you start acting up on it? It's wrong. Ask questions. Be human, all right? 30 women slept with in the same church and 10 people impregnated. Where are the children? The Dearings. Doesn't even make sense. The whole thing is stupid. Let's hear it again, please. Yes. Or continue.
Slept with 30 daughters of his church, pregnanted 10, and was dismissed and allowed to stay at home out of psychological depression. He attacks Oyedepo Adeboye, he attacked Dr. Paul Eneche, he attacked TB Joshua, he attacks everybody that you can know.
Okay, let's pause. Okay, now your GOs, your pastor, Joshua Iginla, you're a liar. Okay? Yes, he's a liar. You can look at them square in the face now and say that you're a liar. What else do you lie about? Is this how you lie to collect money from us? Is this how you lie with fake miracles? Is this how you lie about things? If somebody can confidently, boldly lie like this, 30 women and 10 children, 10 impregnation. Okay, so you pretend people were pregnant and then let's say 5 of them carried to term and had the babies. So where are 5 babies at least? I'm just giving you an estimate, a generous estimate here. Where are 5 babies? I mean, stupidness. Why do you lie to this level? You don't have any integrity. And not only that they don't have any integrity, pastors that lies like this, or people generally that lies like this, they don't respect you. They see you that you don't think, that you're stupid, that they've got you wrapped around their fingers. That is why they can boldly get on the pulpit or in the congregation and say something like this. It's recorded, Joshua. How can you say this? Yours is a tape that we analyzed. It wasn't even your personal life. It's you that came with your personal life and started talking tosh. Okay? And we also analyzed that. Your own story was even worse. Impregnated 2010 and what? Nonsense. So please, guys, let us just get with our head. Don't let people start walking over you. You're not a slave. You are somebody that God created. Create yourself. Choose your path. Don't follow dogmas. Think. Use your sound mind. How can a man come and speak and say somebody impregnated, slept with 30, impregnated 10? No evidence, nothing. They don't respect you. They don't honor the God in you. They are not acknowledging the God in you. Anybody that will boldly speak out like this on false, on lies, and say it and without any remorse, is somebody that you need to be careful of, okay? Just be careful of the words. You know, I always believe that people can change. I always believe that God is inside everybody. Either you decide to relegate that God in you, or you decide to ignite the God in you. Is up to you. God is in everybody. You are a God. But these people have relegated the God in them by saying lies like this, clear lies like this. Where are the children? Me, I want to see the mixed race babies with the DNAs done. It's easy to do DNAs nowadays. Hair you can take, saliva you can take, and you just open your mouth. In 2018, this is when the video came out. Complete nonsense. So that's the major sex allegation in terms of things that are out there. So he slept with 30 and he impregnated 10. You could have just stopped with he slept with 30. Why do you have to add 10 impregnation? Okay? Nonsense. You know, nonsense. Doesn't make sense. Stupidness. Anyway, let's move on. The next one is picture saga. Okay, so I have to put this in there, even though, you know, I think personally Dr. Sunday, he doesn't care about these things, but I want to put it out there. I think that women, this is my own thoughts, okay? A lot of women, you have issues, and release yourself, okay? Get yourself out of these issues. You're queen, you are a queen, all right? How does a queen act? So let's do a one-on-one on how a queen acts, okay? Dr. Sunday is a man, yeah, okay? He has a wife and he had children, 3 of them, grown up, okay? They are grown up now. So let's say we know that blood runs through him and his body moves because he has 3 children and he has a wife. Ha ha ha. So that is 101 on relationship that I'm just teaching you. So listen carefully. So Dr. Sunday or any man, or even if it's a woman or any man, let's start with a man, given this context of this slide and this topic, ask you, you're a woman, either you're single, you're married, you're of age, you're over 18. And the man asks you to send a picture, okay? Send me your picture, your photograph. I like you, I don't like you, you look sexy, you've got beautiful eyes. I get that a lot. You've got beautiful eyes, your skin looks this, blah, blah, blah. What you say, if you want to be polite, thank you, I appreciate your compliment, okay? And then they said, send your picture. No, I will not be doing that, okay? I don't want to send my picture, all right? I am fine. When I post picture on Facebook, you can see it. When I post on Instagram, you can see it, sir. That is if you want to be polite. If you don't want to be polite, first thing you do, hang up the call, okay? Press the red button. Finish. If they wrote to you, block them, okay? Say that this is not this kind of party, sir, okay? I'm not interested in this. This is not why I'm communicating with you, all right? I am a queen. I know that you're married and I don't want to do this. That is if you don't want to do it, okay? If you want to do it, that's another scenario that I have to play for you, but I don't want to play that because you know what you want to do anyway, okay? So your options are you want to do it, and your options are you don't want to do it. Option A or option B. Choose and act accordingly. All right? Men ask for women's picture. That is even if it happened. I am not saying that it did happen, but if it did happen, I want to say it does. Things like this happen. Every day, men ask for my pictures. They ask for a picture of something. I just want to see your eyes. I want to see your teeth. I want to see you smile. I want to see that. No, thank you. If I want to send it, I send the picture. Stop crying. Yeah, he wants to see my picture. You're reducing yourself. Okay? You're not your vagina, women. Okay? If a man try to put you in the box of a vagina, unbox yourself. Stop being a disgrace to the female gender. And every time he's looking at me funny, he does this. I'm sick and tired of all this nonsense. Okay? Men look. Women look. The children look. Okay? They look. These things are things that you look at. These are things that people want to ask. Don't turn a man into a deity. A man is not your Lord and personal savior. Pastor or no pastor, they have iginlas. Okay? And it works. Either they pray or they don't pray. They drink holy water, they don't. It works. This thing still works. They're breathing. Energy, blood is running through people. All right? Male and female. So whenever anybody asks for your picture, Flair and all the dingbats there, DSA or anybody asks for your picture, if you want to send a picture, send the picture. Okay? Even if it's not you, there are many people that will send pictures. The pictures to see online everywhere. Instagram, there are pictures everywhere. I consider women as queens, being a queen myself, okay? So I don't want to kind of go through that line, but let's respect ourselves, okay? If somebody asks you for picture, I repeat, if you want to share the picture, say, I will send you a picture of me, you know, and don't think anything from it. You are in one country, this is another country. There is no digital penetration anywhere. It's not even invented yet, okay? Nobody is going to digitalize anything with you. Stop being an idiot. 2019, who raised you guys? Who raised people with this kind of mindset? I just don't understand. You know? So he asked for pictures. He asked for pictures. And then, let me say, even in your own evidence, there was no nude pictures asked for. Okay? DSA did not ask you for nude picture. He asked you for picture. That's in your own evidence. Give him a picture if you have a picture. And the whole thing is just disgusting. It shows what gutter your mind is. When a man asks for a picture and the only thing you can think about is that they want to sleep with you, you have no value. You have no quality. There's nothing about you that is interesting. When all you can think about is that he asked for my picture. And so what? If he asks for your picture, say no. If he asks for your picture and you think it's inappropriate, drop the call. Delete him. Block him. And start writing an epistle. You are a disgrace to women. You are a disgrace to women who are genuinely attacked. Women who are abused all over the world. You are reducing them. You are reducing their experiences. Who are genuinely suffering and going through issues. And all of the people that are supporting these things and saying, he's asking, you can't even compare yourself to the person that he has. Okay? So don't let us go there. No insult intended. Okay? But use your brain as a woman. Don't subject yourself to your vagina. You are more than your vagina. There's so much more to you. If a man asks you something inappropriate, tell him as an intelligent woman, as a woman of valor, as a woman with sound mind, no, I am not going to do this. Thank you. I respect you, I honor you, but I will not do this. It's as simple as that. What is all this epistle? Yeah, you came and you did this and you this and you trust people and people trust you. You are acting like devils. Your father is Lucifer. Stop with the bull crap. Okay? It's disgusting. I'm a woman. I would never be thinking, a man asked for my pictures. Oh, so he wants to sleep with me. Yeah. So the good thing about me in my picture is, even if he sees my face, the next thing he'll be thinking about is my vagina. Because that's the best thing about, that's what you think about yourself. You are dirt. You are thinking, come on. Think about it. Use your brain cell. Men, treat your girls well. Teach them the right way. All these people with daddy issues, as soon as a man asks them for pictures, you want to sleep with them. It's disgusting. And then let me flip it around. If somebody wants to sleep with you, is that even a bad thing that they want to sleep with you? It's sort of a compliment. Say no if you don't want to. If you don't like it, say you don't like that kind of thing. You did not come, it's not that kind of party. How does that become a hate crime? How does it become a crime where you're hating, you're saying all sorts of things? Because they ask for picture, not nude picture. Even if it's nude pictures, what is your problem? Is that all you are as a woman? Are you boobs? Are you vagina? Are you your skin? You're not any of those things. You are more than that. It's disgusting. Don't ever think of yourself like that. Even if a man thinks low of himself, you don't have to internalize that as a woman. You are a queen. Stop being disgusting. Get your mind out of the gutter. Go and get some training about sex, about relationship with men, about having relations without you having intercourse or without you being subjected to your vagina. It's disgusting. We're living in a world of 7 billion plus people. There are many females on this earth. You don't know how pitiable this information is. To even be talking to a woman in 2019. And if somebody asks for your picture on social media or on any medium, and you turn that into they want to sleep with you, you're disgusting. You turn it into, is it inappropriate? Who decided what is inappropriate? You decide that is inappropriate for you. Then exit that party. Exit that relationship. You don't need to start going on and on and on and saying all sorts of things. It's crazy. 2019, over 18s. Madness. Next. What's the next issue? I think the next one is hugs. Okay. This hug thing, another problem. Okay. I want to hug you. No, don't hug me. All right? I'm being hugged already because I have low self-esteem. And I felt something moving. Right? Okay? The person is alive. Maybe they smell you or something about you made it move. Okay, yeah, all right. It moved, all right? Sometimes that movement is involuntary, all right? So you just step away, all right? 101, when somebody hugs you or you think that somebody is hugging you inappropriately, 101 of hugs, you step away. You avoid situation to hug the person. 10-second hug, 20-second hug, bush S. Excuse me, I know some BS. Stop with the nonsense. They hug you. They did this, and you feel what's the word? Invaded. You're invading your brain. You're polluting the air with that mentality. If somebody hugs you inappropriately, say to them, I don't appreciate the way that you've just hugged me. It's not the way that I like to hug. I felt something inappropriately. And I don't like it. I believe you made a mistake, and I will try not to hug you from now on. You can speak, okay? Unless you're a mumu, didering. And don't go around and saying they hug you. Who are you? They hug you. They did this. Properly. Slave mentality. It's like a slave master hugging the slave, and the slave can't say anything. Crazy dingbats. Excuse me, I'm not cursing you. I'm just telling you what you are. Stop with the bull. Somebody hugged you. It's inappropriate. The same hug is healing people. It's healing some soul. Some people are feeling better. Some people understand love. But they hug you is poison. You need to go and work on yourself. Tell the hugger, I don't want to be hugged. Don't turn it into a crime. Don't mess this world up. World without hugs is horrible. World without touch is horrible. How have we demonized all the things that we should do out of love and enjoy? Why do we demonize everything? Why is sex the worst thing that anybody could commit to another human being? Why are people being demonized and criminalized for doing things that are loving and caring towards others? If you find it inappropriate, speak at the point of action. If you panic, you're worried, write to the person. If you don't know what to say, what to do, learn, develop yourself on what to do. Don't just wait and wait and wait, and then one day you just decided that you're going to write and start saying all sorts of things. It's evil. It's wrong to do that to another person. They hugged you. It's wrong. It was more than 30 seconds. Move yourself. Excuse me. The next topic is, okay, I've just dealt with the unholy hugs. Okay, so there's this lady. Oh, there's this lady. So that's the next video, please. No, the video with DSA in a colorful, yeah. Yeah. No, not audio, video. It was sitting with people talking about his controversy, yeah. I missed that, so I'm just going back to it now.
Different places where I began to really,
yeah.
The Master of God was doing great, and that at that point, that was a unique church to most people in the world. We began to raise up millionaires, and we began to do things that most churches had not seen, and most churches definitely were not doing. So it was, you could have relaxed on your laurels after that, you know, I think I was getting used to that, and I was getting ready. I had begun to think that that was the height of ministry, when by God's grace and mercy, wow, He allowed some horrible persecution against us here. You know, persecution based on false allegations, false accusations, and all kinds of lies, and which, you know, also grounded me in the country, which didn't allow me to move out much, and so I was, you know, I have to, up to now, that was 2.5 years ago almost. So I have to stay in the country, and while in the country, I began to seek the face of the Lord. Why would God allow that kind of attack, especially when it's not just, especially when things are not true? How can, you know, I had survived all kinds of attacks before then, you must know. I was used to fighting. Yeah. I was used to battle. I was battle tried. But, but this time, it was a different kind of trial. It was a different kind of battle. You know, I like persecution myself. I like being persecuted. But I like being persecuted for the things of God. Yeah. I like being persecuted for, you know, telling me, accusing me that I was turning the country upside down, and that I was changing the mindset of the people. I was changing the structure of the nation for Jesus. That was the kind of persecution I was used to. But I was not used to the persecution that will take something from nowhere and make it seem as if you are to blame. That is false accusation. And accusing you and making it so public, so worldwide, put so much in using the power of the press to make people, sometimes even you almost believing that is it really happening? Maybe it's true what they are saying, even though you knew it's not true. But when everybody began to talk about it so much that you begin to wonder, maybe it's true, what's really happening? I mean, it's so I've fought all kind of fights, but I've now come to discover that false accusation, it's just like saying you didn't sleep with somebody's ex-wife, but the lady came out and said you did it. The husband came and said you did it. Now I began to understand what Joseph went through. And then they put you in, then you are being punished for what you, it is at the point of when you are being punished for what you never did that you begin to realize that.
Okay, so in that video, you can see that video also on Dr. Sunday Adelaja. So go on YouTube and you will be able to see this video as well. So it's just Dr. Sunday talking about the things that is happening, the controversies, the scandals, and being punished for what you didn't do, and giving examples of even, you know, at some point you will start asking yourself questions as well. He's human. You know, he's said to himself, he's battle tested, he's been through a lot of controversies, but come correct, okay? When I was doing this research, I observed that these stories, they're very inconsistent, but they are along the same line, even though they're inconsistently told by different people. And what I also observe is that some of the people that have gone out and checked Dr. Sunday's on the internet and checked the controversies about Dr. Sunday, they come out to accuse him of what they have heard and seen. So maybe there's some truth in that what you have inside of you is what you are. That is, if you believe dirt is what you are. Because I've noticed, like especially on hugs or sexual matters, usually nobody came personally to say that that he had sex with them, but they've talked about hugs. They've talked about there was a woman who talked about kissing. You know that I mean, the whole thing is just disgusting. Dr. Sunday kissed the person apparently in his house. Come on. Yeah. He kissed you in the house. And then you come back again in the same house so that he can kiss you again. You have issues. Work on them. All right? You're a queen. Find your crown. Stop being a dithering. I mean, it's just messed up. Anyway, can we play the audio of the Russian that is trying to dig out dirt? The Russian lady.
This is Zimai Media, broadcasting all right.
Lady. So this is the Russian lady that she couldn't get the people to come. So there's somebody on the phone and she's interviewing, and the person is telling their story. And their story is the same old story. I came to his house. He calls, you know, Dr. Sunday is a great man. You know, he was just going up and down, great man. And then he did this and he kissed me. Listen to it yourself. Yeah? Okay, we can't say it. But the audio, it should be there. But anyway, it's also online. You can, when you type in Dr. Sunday, you see that video of the lady. Let's move to the next slide. Please. Aha. Okay, guys, Dr. Sunday, if you watch this later, Dr. Sunday, you have to forgive me, okay? When I heard this audio, I laughed and laughed and laughed. Dr. Sunday, you were scammed. Okay, anybody out there? This is where Dr. Sunday was scammed. It was Yahoo, okay? And you have to listen to this. It's an audio. And it's a guy that is saying that God sent him to Dr. Sunday. Dr. Sunday, we will talk. I would have to ask Dr. Sunday some questions. You know, Dr. Sunday didn't know about this. But I have to say, Dr. Sunday you must be religious at some point. If you're watching this, right, this is how religion and religious people, this is how they scam. And unfortunately, Dr. Sunday, you were scammed here. You know, it's so obvious. Maybe I'm talking from the I'm talking in hindsight of what I know now, I probably would have been scammed even more, especially if you're facing challenges. But for all of us, we can laugh at Dr. Sunday here, but let me tell you, this could happen to you or anybody. If you're going through challenges and accusation, anybody can call you and start saying all sorts of things about what God said to them, and you will believe it. You will chew it up like it is your favorite food. Okay, so hear this audio. I mean, I'm going to try not to laugh, because while I was doing my research, I have laughed and laughed and laughed. So I won't laugh here. It's a long audio. We'll just play some part of it. So guys, let's play this.
On the world, on the spot, on the dot.
Listen, guys. Okay, speed it up a bit.
Hello, good evening, Pastor Adelaja. Pastor Adelaja. How are you, sir? My name is Paul Mokwa.
What's the name again?
Paul Mokwa, sir. Paul Mokwa. Paul Mokwa.
Paul Mokwa.
Yes, sir. Sir, I just want to. Yes, sir. I just want to encourage you, Pastor. There have been challenges around your life lately, and I see some stones in your way that are being moved away. Once this is done, I apologize. I said I see some stones in your way that some stones that are in your way.
I'm sorry, Dr. Sunday. I'm not laughing at you. I'm laughing with you now. I'm sure we will laugh about this sometimes. Okay? So this guy that he couldn't even figure out his own name.
Wait, and I've been in your way. You have felt threatened by them. However, I want to let you know they are being moved away as I speak right now. Once.
Okay. So guys, so this guy calls Dr. Sunday, is recording this, and in this audio on YouTube where I found it, it says that Dr. Sunday confessed to sex allegation. Okay, that's what he said. Dr. Sunday confess, or Pastor Sunday confess. So you called him, and then you said to him, God is removing some stones. And the man being a God-fearing person, just like many people in Africa, you mention God, is like, yay, you know, it must be from God. Anybody can scam you. You see, this is an example of Dr. Sunday being scammed. He is a man of God. He's an intelligent man himself. He is also sometimes vulnerable to people like this. He's very vulnerable, in fact. So he called and said, my name is Paul, whatever, and God sent me to you. There's some stones in front of you. Shut up. And God is removing the stone, blah, blah, blah. And Dr. Sunday is chewing. Let's continue playing it. I'm sorry, Dr. Sunday.
Hello, good evening, Pastor Adelaja. Pastor Adelaja. I will tell you, man of God, once this is done, you are going to have a fresh, entirely fresh, completely fresh new life.
What?
Wow.
And every single obstacle that you thought you never could surpass, you are walking over them.
In Jesus' name. In Jesus' name.
And I saw in a vision as well, just a few minutes ago, as I was dialing this phone to you, I saw in a vision a meeting being convened of elders. I don't know, in the next few days, or is it tomorrow or the day after?
It is tomorrow.
It is tomorrow. Sir, I want to tell you, you might not even need such a meeting, because you have been set by God where you are.
Yeah.
And
anyway,
he who God has...
this audio, if you go on YouTube, you'll find it. Dr. Sunday is blank, it's black, okay? Because it's an audio. So they put it on YouTube. And he's saying that Pastor Sunday confesses. Listen to it yourself. Moronic idiot Paul, okay? Moron. You know, you're talking to a guy that believes in God. And then he's saying, amen, amen. In Jesus' name, yes, this. And he's saying he confessed. Huh? He confessed to sleeping with a sexual allegation. Evil people. Why did you even think to set him up if you're not evil? What is honorable in that? God called me and sent me to you, and you set him up. Madness. There's madness everywhere. So he's saying amen, and he's speaking in tongue. Unfortunately, Dr. Sunday, you were scammed for once, okay? I always thought Dr. Sunday was like a Superman at times. You know, his intelligence, his vigor, his knowledge, his ability. But again, it's a lesson for me. When you're going through challenges, anybody can get you anywhere. You're vulnerable, okay? You become vulnerable. Hence the reason why I played the previous video where he was also asking God, he was asking questions that I understand if I'm persecuted for changing lives and doing certain things, but things that just don't make sense. It's difficult to chew. So these are issues of lives. These are things that can happen to anybody. Get hold of yourself. Don't be so religious. Don't be so engrossed in people saying that God sent them to you. You will be scammed. If people are saying God sent me to you, they don't send anybody to Mark Zuckerberg. They don't send anybody to Donald Trump. But they send something to... God always send people to Africans. Wake up, Mumu. Only Nigerians or Africans that God sent people to. Anyway, Dr. Sunday, I'm sorry, you were scammed here. I want to move on, okay? I laughed a bit, and I'll ask you about it later when I see you. Let's move on to the next slide, please. Wow. Have we reached half yet? Okay, so here are some of the hugs that Dr. Sunday hugs people. This was sent to me by a lovely individual of different hugs of Dr. Sunday, and I thought I'd share it with you and see. So let's look at the unholy hugs. Let's go. Next slide, please. Yes. So here's Dr. Sunday hugging somebody, and the person hugging Dr. Sunday also back, like a full hug here. Pastor Bossa is the one in yellow top. She's also there smiling. So probably if some people were hugged like this, it would have been a problem for them because they think that they are some sort of dynamite or something, nuisance. So next slide, please. So anybody that touch you just explode, boom. And then here's another hug here. You can see Dr. Sunday is actually hugging a man, okay? And the man embraced him back. So he's hugging from the back. If he hugs some nuisance, some didiri, they'll start saying it was moving. Something was moving. I felt something. Yeah. You felt something. When he was hugging me, something just moved. Crazy. Where are you living? Cuckoo land. Can you imagine? Next, please. Here's another person, Dr. Sunday holding on the shoulder. There's a guy there. That's actually Pastor Derek. Pastor Derek was on a couple of days ago, you know, and Pastor Derek had his hand on Dr. Sunday. This one could have actually triggered some people off as well. And they'll start thinking about what's happening in their, in the parts that should be private. You see, just by touching like this, Dr. Sunday is touching me, yeah. Next, I think that's it actually. Okay, so let's get to recent controversies or things that have been said, debates. So you can see there, this is one of the programs that Dr. Sunday did. This is the promotional banner. And this is actually part 10. So there was a period of time where Dr. Sunday was talking to atheists. And Dr. Sunday said, and then now there's some people saying that Dr. Sunday is a friend of sinners and atheists. So what? I mean, what does that even mean? Okay, that's my opinion. What does that mean? He's a friend of sinners and atheists. So you that are saying that he's a friend of sinners, you're not a sinner. We're all sinners, okay? Our righteousness is like filthy rags, all right? That's in the Bible. So he's a friend of the sinners and atheists. So is the atheist to you, or is atheist to God? Did God come to you to complain that the atheist is atheist to him? I mean, religion has really messed people up. You can just open your mouth anyhow. So he's a friend of sinners and atheists. Good for him. So this is our lovely innocent. I love your dance, by the way, Innocent. I watch that video sometimes. I creep to your page to watch your dancing video, doing shaku shaku. I like it. Yeah, and when I watch it, yeah, my body moves too. For some dingbats, yeah. When I watch him doing shaku shaku like this. I'm looking at, look at moves. My body moves. Sue me. Bunch of dingbats. Anyway, let's watch the video. So he's a friend of sinners and atheists. So sue him. Next, let's watch that video, please.
Said an eye for an eye, and a tooth for a tooth. But I say unto you that ye resist not evil. For whosoever shall smite thee on thy right cheek,
Master, this woman was taken in adultery, in the very act. Now Moses, in the law, commanded us that such should be stoned. But what sayest thou? What sayest thou?
he that is without.
Yeah. So that was a depiction of Jesus. This is just a picture. You know, Jesus in your mind might be somebody else, because that's another controversy on its own. Jesus is not white. Jesus is black, is green, yellow, whatever. Crazy nonsense talk. So this is a depiction of a story that we know in the Bible, and Jesus saying that he who is without sin to be the first person to cast the stone. So all of us have sins one way or the other. We are all sinners. There was actually another video that I wanted to show you where the Pharisees, or maybe the disciples, they came to ask Jesus, why is he gathered with sinners or with people that, you know, and Jesus said that he came for them. I had that video. I don't know where the video is. It's not here. Is it there? Okay. Can we see that video as well?
Cast a stone at her. Woman, where are those thine accusers? hath no man condemned thee?
No man, Lord.
Neither do I condemn thee.
Okay, so that's that. Jesus is saying to the woman that if she look, can she look around? Can she see anybody judging her? I said no, and he is not either judging her. So, you know, people are sinners, they're not sinners. Please shut your trap. Everybody is a sinner, you know, and they're sinning, they're not sinning to you, all right? You're not their Lord and personal Savior. So use your common sense. Stop acting like, honestly, things like this, I just don't understand it. But please, let us use our senses, okay? We have sound mind. In a situation where you're hearing things like this, please use your sound mind. It's ridiculous. And did you see the way that guy came and said, Jesus, what say thou? He was even shouting at Jesus. Is it by force? That's how Olukoya and them, kill them, kill them, kill them. They must die, they must die. Who's going to die? Jesus, what say that? Shouting at Jesus. Anyway, let's just move on. Another video that I want to show you.
Why do you eat and drink with tax collectors and other outcasts?
People who are well do not need a doctor, but only those who are sick. I have not come to call respectable people to repent, but outcasts.
So somebody came to harass Jesus or accuse Jesus that why are you sitting with these people, these sinners? And Jesus said he came for them. You know, he didn't come for the people that knows the right thing to do and they're doing the right thing. He came for them. So shut your trap. If you're talking about somebody's a sinner, even you are a sinner as well. I'm not saying that you should dwell in sins or continue in sins, but you're a sinner. So am I. I'm also a sinner. Sue me. Madness. Let's go, please. Yes, please. Right. DSA has lost its church in Ukraine. Honestly, I would be glad if he has. In a warped way, okay? Just because I have zero interest in a building as a church that people goes, okay? That is my personal view. I would have been glad. But just for the sake of the dingbats that are saying that DSA has lost his church in Ukraine, so what? Although he hasn't lost any church, how can he lose church? You yourself says that church is for Christ. You know, the gate of hell will not prevail. So how can you use the same mouth to say it's lost church? If you lose people around you, did you lose Christ? If you lose number, did you lose salvation? This kind of talks, they really dumb me down. I just want us to think. When are we going to grow up and become human beings as Africans? It's ridiculous. They had the 25th anniversary recently, 4th to 7th of April. There was even one woman I suspected that traveled all the way from US, that you're a dingbat, and said that she's coming for HMT. Whatever your name is, Angelica, whatever, I think it's a fake name. Going to church, going to spy around. A lot of people do that. Fat dingbats. Yes, I'm insulting you here, okay? You know, came all the way from US. I'm from California. Nonsense. just to come and see if the church still exists, if he goes to the church. How is that even something, a purpose in life? That is somebody's purpose in life. It's ridiculous. Let's wake up, people. DSA has lost his church in Ukraine. So, you that didn't have church, so, a lot of people don't have church, they leave. Mark Zuckerberg don't have church, he has Facebook, he's fine. So, he didn't lose any church. But even, how is that even something that you should talk about? Oh, it's like, oh, I haven't been to toilet for a few days. And get laxative. Nonsense. Nonsense conversation. Nonsense train of thoughts. Well, I don't know. Maybe when somebody call in, you can help me to understand this. He's lost his church. What does that mean? On one hand, you say, the gate of heaven will not prevail. Church is this. Church Church, what's Funke Felix Adejima? Nobody can do anything to the church. And then you say the church, somebody lost the church. You're contradicting yourself. Things like this don't make sense. He's more than a building. He's more than a building. God is inside of you. You are more than your denomination. You are more than the building that you go to. They shouldn't define you. He has done great things. He will do greater things. He's had 25,000 members. And so what? So when you criticize him, you are making him into a deity on this kind of level. Like Jesus. Oh, Jesus did this. Jesus did that. It doesn't make sense. Let's talk real conversation. Things, issues. Let's find things that make sense. Let's be progressive. Let's be a solution. DSA has lost his church in Ukraine. Really, I don't even want to play the video, but I don't want to play the video. You've seen there are lots of videos on Facebook, on YouTube of DSA preaching in his church, all right? So if you want to see it, go and Google and see if DSA is still preaching the church, if it matters to you. I actually think it's nonsense. I don't even want to do this number, but because it's a top controversy, it's a top discussion, that is the reason why I'm actually doing this. Not because I like it or I don't, all right? So this particular one is dumbing me down, all right? If he's lost his church, so how does that help you? What value does it have to you? And if he hasn't lost the church, do you want to come to the church in Ukraine? You are free to come. Write to guest@godembassy.org. Guest@godembassy.org. Come and feed your eyes if that's what you want to do, okay? Like the desperate woman that came from California and said she's coming for HMT. She never turned up to HMT in the end. She came. Time wasters, life wasters. All right, let's move on, please. Next slide. DSA, Antichrist, enemy of the church. Okay, let's see the video for this. DSA, an Antichrist, enemy of the church. Because DSA is the death of Christianity and the resurrection of paganism in African churches. Anybody that opposes what these people like or what they say is an enemy of Christ or is an antichrist. But they themselves are the antichrist. They don't love God by their actions. We don't see the love that they have for Christ. But let's continue. Let's watch the video.
So I'm going to show you, some scriptures. Let's look at Jesus. Jesus' example. So I want you to look at what Jesus has done and what I am doing, and to see, because Jesus was doing everything also before everybody. He was not going to meet the Sadducees and the Pharisees in the room somewhere and telling them, okay, let's resolve this issue. No. He was doing everything in the public. He was either talking in the synagogues or in the streets even. Can you imagine that Jesus took a whip and went to the synagogue and whipped all the wrong people out of there? And he did that in the presence of other people. You know, by this question, it's like we are returning to the Bible days. Because then the Pharisees were coming to Jesus also and saying, okay, you are causing people to be offended. You are causing people to be offended. Why? Because you are, your disciples are
eating without washing their hands. So you are causing offense. Or they are doing something on Saturday, on Sabbath. They are not supposed to do anything on Sabbath. But you see, they are going to work on Sabbath, or to eat on Sabbath, or to go to the field on Sabbath. So it's the same thing, that there is the same argument. You are making people to fall away from God. You are making people to backslide. You are laying a bad example. That is what people are saying. But let me tell you, even what Jesus did. Jesus was much more radical than me. Much more radical. Let's see what Jesus said here. I am following Jesus, and I want to say that I am following Jesus' example. Let's read it. I am following Jesus' example. Matthew 23, 13 to 17. Jesus said, but woe to you. When I say woe, I'm copying Jesus. I am not destroying them like I spoke yesterday about killing or anger or calling fools to destroy. No, this is not what Jesus is doing, to wake up their conscience, and the same thing I am doing too. Woe to you, scribes and Pharisees. A lot of people write me all the time and say, Jesus will not do what you are doing. You think Jesus will not do? Then you don't know Jesus. The Jesus I know, this is the Jesus I know. Jesus will do like I'm doing. He said, but woe to you, scribes and Pharisees, hypocrites, for you shut up the kingdom of heaven against men. This is exactly why I'm doing what I'm doing too. The leaders of today, the leaders of the church today, they are shooting the door. They are shutting the door to the kingdom of heaven against their members, and that's why their members must be aware of that. And if they have common sense, they are supposed to respond and say, no. Even if they want to shut the door of the kingdom of heaven against us, we will not allow them. We will take another road and go to the kingdom of God. You see, for you neither go in yourselves, nor do you allow those who are entering to go in. This is exactly the reason why Jesus had to use such a strong word like woe unto you. Exactly the same thing is happening today. There is a cause. There is a reason for what I'm doing. Because of that cause of people, leaders. When leaders, you remember I told you in the first half of this, that when you want to correct elders, you have to correct them in a way that their followers will be able to know, get the direction publicly, so that they will hear. So the same thing Jesus was doing. He was correcting these elders publicly in front of everybody and calling them names. Woe unto you. Number 14, verse 14. Woe to you, scribes and Pharisees, hypocrites, for you devour widows' houses. And that's exactly what is happening today. People are devouring widows' houses. How are they devouring widows' houses? It means that the little that is left in the house of the widows, they are demanding for it.
Thank you. Guys, you will find this response on DSA's YouTube channel, Dr. Sunday Adelaja. It's series 35 of Ask Dr. Sunday. He replied to a question that he's an antichrist, he's an enemy of the church. And it goes with another slide that I have up there. So please check it out if you wish, so that you can understand. You can understand also where he's coming from with that response. But please, it doesn't make, if you know something is wrong, okay, let me just say a few things about this. If you know something is wrong and you're convinced that thing is wrong, it is important that you say it out. I might not agree with you, and others may not agree with you either, okay? But please do the assessments, check the facts, make sure that you have something to back it up. Like in this video, Dr. Sunday had evidence from the examples of Jesus, where Jesus used whip, and he got people out. He didn't stay and said, oh, okay, let's discuss it privately. Let's not discuss it with people. The Jesus that you say you follow as a Christian, you don't want to act like him. So you might not agree with somebody, you might not agree with their methods, you might not agree, but agree with truth. Take the truth out of it. Take the facts out of it. Not your allegiance to your papa, your mama, your friends, your dad, your brother, your sister. Your allegiance all the time should be to the truth. And just because you don't agree with somebody doesn't also mean that you should not defend their rights to speak the truth. If you don't agree with me, let me say the truth that I know. And if I don't agree with you, you can also say your truth as well. But please, search it, back it up, have evidence, have proof, have rationale, have reasons that you can use to say, this is why I'm doing this. Not out of hate, not out of disdain. Not, everything must be centered, must be centered on love, liberation, freedom. Because even Jesus said, unto freedom you are called. If you're not unto freedom, if you cannot be free, then maybe you're not called. Maybe you're not even alive. You're just corpse on earth. Who knows? So try to accept the truth for what it is, not for the person that is saying it or not. So let's move on to the next slide, please. We're coming to the end now, guys. I just want to remind you to please be ready to call in. I can't believe that I've been talking for so long, but be ready to talk. I believe it. Please, I saw somebody, I heard somebody smirking right there. I can believe that I can talk for that long. You know, I can talk in a talking competition. Anyway, so let's move on. DSA does not drive. Pastor Bossett does not cook. Okay, so he said that he doesn't drive, why he doesn't drive and why he doesn't cook. There's a video on this, you can watch it. It's on the relationship series. It's in the relationship series at YouTube, Dr. Sunday Adelaja. He said he doesn't drive because he needs the time to do other things, and somebody else that can be paid or enjoy driving can be driving him for while he's doing those things that he needs to do in the car or, you know, on his journeys. And then Pastor Bossett doesn't cook because he doesn't require her to cook, and she doesn't need to cook. She can utilize her time well. When we can get people that they're experts in cooking or they prefer cooking, of course, you know, Pastor Bossett still prepare for her husband. And even, you know, I must say myself, I have enjoyed some of the Pastor Bossett's generosity, or should I say, in terms of meals, at least drinks, smoothies. So get over those kind of things. You know, these things are just stupidness. If his wife and he doesn't drive and his wife doesn't cook, how is that a problem for you? How is that going to be an issue in your own life? Okay? I just don't understand. Your wife might like cooking. Your wife might not even like cooking, but you and her agreed that you want her to cook. You know, you might prefer to drive. So what? Learn the law of difference, okay? Go and read the book, The Law of Difference by Dr. Sunday Adelaja. On YouTube, you can get it by writing to us. We have a discount this month. You can get it at a discounted rate, or you can even go on Amazon Kindle and get it free if you are a member of Amazon Unlimited. But if you're not, buy it. Learn about the law of difference, or go and learn from anybody else about differences in people. You know, it makes you unique. It is great. How is that even a controversy? This conversation and this point is dumbing me down, okay? I don't like cooking. I like eating, and I like food, okay? If anybody knows how to cook, you can cook for me, I would eat. And I'm a woman, all right? And I'm not interested in cooking. I know how to cook, and I don't like cooking. Sue me. And some dingbat to tell me, oh, what if you're married? What if you have children? Don't subject me to your mentality, okay? If I'm married and I have children, do I have to cook? So what? Get a life. What is this? Okay, we're moving on, please. Thank you. Yes. DSA on tithes. Okay, so this is a big thing. This is one of the biggest things, and this is what angers a lot of charlatans, a lot of yahoo pulpit bandits, okay? So prostitution of tithes and offering in the church. If you want to check out the whole series and look at the context that Dr. Sunday spoke about tithes. So his take on tithes is that it's not compulsory. You don't have to pay tithes. It's not even required of you, okay, to pay tithes. Out of the generosity of your heart, if you want to, you can. If you don't want to, you don't have to, all right? So that is him on tithes. It's as simple as that. If you decide to give 10% of your income to your pastor because he's teaching you about Christ for so many years, and you want him to be, and he wants to be a liability to you while he takes your money and he enriches himself, so be it, okay? It's your choice. Do it, all right? If you think that you can better use that money, you are a responsible individual, you can choose and select what you want to use that money for, or spread it over different problems and solutions that you can prefer, then you can also do that, all right? So don't make it, you know, DSA said you shouldn't pay tax. If you want to pay tax, if you want to live by the law, you can live by the law. It's your life, okay? He's just enlightening you. He's just giving you information. Don't go and kill yourself over this. Don't carry fire in your head. It's just, I don't understand. I don't pay tithe. I paid tithe for 15 years. I'm still trying to get the dingbat pastor to give me back my money, okay? So for people that pay tithes, I've also paid tithes, all right? So don't cry for Argentina, all right? Sort your life out. If you want to continue to pay tithe, if tithe is working for you, that's your problem, all right? I must remind you, many great people, they don't pay tithes. You know, tithe is just, to me, is just a no-brainer. That is the amount that you keep for yourself. One of the books that you want to read is not Dr. Sunday's book, actually. It's called The Richest Man in Babylon, all right? 10% of your income should be for you. But the pastors, the GOs, they have devised a way to make that money come directly to them before you even think about yourself. You are putting yourself into the area of poverty. You know, it's like it says in the Bible, when you give in to people that already have, you are preparing yourself for poverty or something like that, okay? So there are people that have needs. If you have an income, I think it is right to give some of that money to help people that don't have, people that have a need. It is appropriate to do that. Do that if you wish to do that, okay? It would bless your life. It will bless your conscience. It will bless your, you know, your everything if you want to do that. But to say that you have to go and give it to a pastor, a preacher, because they read the Bible to you, because they're taking the time to teach you about Christ, you are an infant. You have a problem, okay? Because if you want to give it to them out of your heart, you want to do it because you like to give that money. But no, oh, it's mandatory. I have to give it to them because they teach me about Christ. You grow up, okay? Grow up. I want to move on from this and get on to the next slide, please. And then here, mentioning names of Nigerian GOs and correcting elders. I think Dr. Sunday addressed that in the previous 2 slides away, where he was saying why he said what he says and why he mentions the name. They're not your Lord and personal Savior. If you care more about these men, these individual men, more than you care about God and truth, then your Christianity or your belief in God is warped, okay? Is warped, is not right. If it pricks you because somebody is talking about your GO or your pastor not doing something right, and it's because they mentioned that person's name, not even because of what they say, because many people agree that what they're saying about these pastors is okay, but you're saying that don't mention their name. If the name is more important to you than truth, then you have a problem. You need to go and research that problem. You need to go and review your problems and review why your allegiance is more to that man or that name more than the truth, okay? Just do some soul searching, all right? This is something that in 2019, at this age or stage in life, or it doesn't matter what stage you are in, but maybe let's just say in 2019, we shouldn't be discussing that they're mentioning somebody's name, okay? It's not a big deal. They're not Jesus. They mention Jesus' name every day. You mention Jesus' name even when you are lying. Jesus didn't even strike you down. You say, oh, in God's, I'm telling you the truth, in God, I'm saying it in God's name or something. You know when people will lie and say, in the name of God or something like that. You mention it. God doesn't even strike you down. Why is this so much a problem with somebody mentioning names? It's ridiculous. Leave, okay? They're not God. They're men and women like you. Yeah, they ran through the process like you. Yeah, they were sperms. Yeah, and they went into the womb. And they carried them for 9 months and popped them out. Yeah. Okay. Next slide, please. DSA on Nigeria. I think we have a video for this, or we don't. So, DSA on Nigeria. So, DSA is saying that how I intend to transform Nigeria within 10 years. I don't know why anybody has a problem on this, that we have Nigeria as a nation, as a country, that it's a mess, okay? We all agree we're not happy with it. And then one man comes out and said that I can do this, all right? God has put it in my heart. I have a plan. I have plans. I have strategy. I have processes. I have procedures. I have order. I have things that I can do, that I can put in place. Once I'm done with my case here, I would like to go and do that. Even if you don't believe that he can do it, what does it profit you to have a problem with this? How is it profitable? You don't have a solution for Nigeria. You don't have anything that you want to say or you do. You don't have anything. You don't believe that it can be resolved. And somebody said that he believes that it can be done. What is your problem? You know, honestly, the more we go to these controversies, the more I see that we really need to help ourselves. There's something really not functioning properly in that mind that God has given us. What is the issue? I intend to transform Nigeria within 10 years. He believes in himself. He believes in the God inside of him. He can do it. Even if Mark Zuckerberg has said to you that I'm going to put a Facebook together and there are going to be at least 1 or 2 billion people that are on that platform, you said, who the hell do you think you are? Everything is going to be a problem. So if we have a video, we can watch it.
Hello everybody, this is Sunday Adelaja here. I want to talk right now to the people who have shown interest in participating in my Nigerian transformation project. You know, when you hear me talk about this Nigerian transformation project, it is most likely you might be thinking, is this for real? And somebody even said the confidence is so much that it borders on arrogance. And well, you know what, I will not say much, not much to talk. I need to just, you know, make it happen. That's it. And you know, my life has been about making things happen. Anybody that knows me or is familiar with what I've done, they will let you know, or they will tell you that you know, I've become so familiar with impossibilities that I've almost become an expert in things that people said it's not possible. So I'm used to doing things that people say is not possible. And I'm coming to Nigeria to effect a change. Not as a politician, but you will see. You will see. And if you want to become part of that transformation and that movement, I think that's why you are here. That's why you are checking out this page. I want to tell you, what will you need? Because this is the question that most people are asking me. What do we need to do? What do we need to be qualified? One singular thing stands out above all other things, and that thing is that you need to get an understanding of what you want to contribute. You must know what you wish to contribute. You must know what you wish to do for the nation. What do you know to do? What skills do you have? What do you know to do? What are your skills? What are your projects? So what I would like you to do is to sit down, do a good research on what you want to introduce to Africa, to Nigeria. You know, make an assessment of yourself and prove to us. You must be able to make a good presentation of your project, and you must be able to prove it that it will work, whatever you are planning to do. And not just that it will work, you must be able to prove, because like for example, you might have 10 people presenting the same project, so we're only going to take the best, and then maybe you will only be able to assist all other people or what. So you must be able to prove to us, and not just to me as an.
Okay, guys, so that's DSA explaining about Nigeria, and also encouraging you as an individual that look at the problem, look at your abilities, your capabilities, what you could do, what you can resolve, do your research, do your analysis, and then come up with your plan and share it. You know, let's work together to make Nigeria great, or to turn Nigeria around. If you don't want to use what Donald Trump uses about America, use another, to turn Nigeria around for the better. You know, put your quarters in, put your intelligence, your knowledge, your ability, your prowess, put it out there. Let's work on this together. It's not a crime, okay? If you have something, share, and let's work on it together. If you don't have anything, that's okay. Let the people that have something, let them put something together. We are okay if you just want to benefit from our hard work. It's okay if we sow and you want to eat. It's okay, all right? We're still proud. The teachings that Dr. Sunday have taught that is a controversy: to function on earth, faith in oneself is more important than faith in God. So look at that statement. I've seen this written out and somebody says heresy. Your head is not correct. Heresy is your head that you're not using the sound mind that God has given you. It says to function, okay? Function means what you are able to do. To be able to do something on earth, okay? On earth, you have to have faith in yourself more than you have in God. It is more important to have faith in yourself than faith in God. Why you have a problem, I don't know. But let me just break this down to you, because you're showing your ignorance when you are saying that this is an issue, okay, is a problem, is heresy. There are 7+ billion people on earth right now, right? Of that 7+ people, there are a proportion of those people that do not believe in God and they don't believe in Christ. Those people function, okay? So that's ground zero 101 dummy, lessons to dummies, didderings, okay? This is why this kind of things pisses me off, right? So those people, they don't know God, they have never been preached to, they don't know anything, and they function on earth. They are even your boss in the company that you're working in Italy. That is, your boss does not know God and is functioning on earth. How is that heresy? And you're working for the person that is in heresy. You're dithering. Your life, you haven't even started. You need to go and re-engineer your life, because it's not making sense when you say that that statement is heresy. It could not be heresy. To you to drive, you have to believe in yourself, that you can drive, that you can learn to drive, okay? For you, even after you get your license, you have to believe in yourself. So it's not just driving. I'm just giving that as an analogy, as an example. So to function, to operate on earth, you must believe in yourself. And if you don't believe that, you are the heresy. Your brain is heresy. There's something wrong with it. Go and work on it. It's not an insult. There's another statement that is made there. Can I have a quick look at the other statement? The other statement says, systems are more important than miracles. Yes, what's the problem with that? This is teachings that you have problems with. Systems are more important than miracles. Why do you want to live on miracles? Is it a miracle that you're on Facebook watching me right now? Or is it a system that was put together? Is it a miracle that you go and cook, you have a food on your table, or you put a system of learning how to cook and going to the market and getting the ingredients? If you don't know something, you don't understand something, ask people that know. Rub minds together. Try to understand what the statement means. Miracle is not important. Miracle, in fact, is not needed. The fact that you are alive is a miracle. That's enough miracle. Thank you, God. You have done us enough miracle. We thank you. That you wake up in the morning, thank you, is miracle. That's enough. Why are you looking for miracles, more miracle? Why are you looking for miracle to be important? Systems are more important than miracle. So, what don't you understand? Rub minds together with people that do. There are many people on this earth that have understanding. Seek knowledge. It says, Isaiah, I think it's 4:6. My people perish for lack of knowledge. You will perish. If Jesus said his people perish, you will perish if you don't seek knowledge. If you don't understand something, seek knowledge and understand. Be thorough. What is bad in that? To function on earth. Do you need this chair in heaven? This chair is a function. It has a function to help us to sit down, to put our butt down on something and sit back. It's a function. Do you need God to sit down? Do you need God to get this chair? Please, let's wake up. I'm crying for us when we discuss things like this. It's sad. But nevertheless, don't let us shy away from it, because we've shied away from it for a long time. Hence the reason why in 2019, we still have people thinking out loud and saying this kind of nonsense, that it's an heresy. It's not an heresy. It's a fact. God is proud of you if, as his creation, you can say that you can put system together through the knowledge that he's already given you, that you would harness, that you will cultivate. Okay? Was Jesus asking the parable of the talent? Was he telling them that you need to come and pray to me? He said that you're unfaithful servant, wicked servant, because you went to bury your talent. So in that case, you are exactly what the person with the talent did. You go and bury your own talent. And Jesus ended up calling you wicked and taking what he's giving you. How sad. Even though that story is a bit of something. So to function on earth, faith in oneself is more important than faith in God. Fact. Systems are more important than miracles. Fact. Get a life. Next, please. Right. So finally, I have here lessons that I've learned. So lessons learned from DSA's attitude to controversy. So I just want to say what I have learned from DSA's attitude to controversies. And first thing is that to get my facts right. Okay, so when I hear anything, it's not just controversy, anything, dogmas, everything, even the things that my mom told me as a child, my parents told me, the things that I believed. Now everything I search, I question everything. I go and do my own research. I question the people that says this. I question their rationale for it. I question every single thing that I have believed. I am reworking my life. I'm re-engineering my life. Of course, please feel free to do the same thing. If you don't want to, it's fine as well. You know, question everything. Get your facts right. Secondly, ask questions. So getting your facts right is collecting, okay? Then asking questions. Go and ask, how did you come about this? Why do you believe in this? What is this? What does this mean to you? How is this going to be of value? You know, what's been happening to me all these years that I believe this? What if I believe otherwise? What if I did something else? What if I was born in another country? What if I was born under another religion? What if I was born with, you know, ask those critical questions. If you were not born in Nigeria, or not born in England, or wherever you are right now, what would your life be? Imagine what your life would be. If you didn't know God, what's going to happen to you? Would that be a just God that you didn't know in God and then you go to hell? Ask critical questions. Get your facts right. When you hear anything, like when your pastor says something, you know, just listen, okay? Take that information and go and do your due diligence. Measure yourself. With everything, your measurement is with yourself. You're not in competition with anybody. Measure yourself. Check yourself. Check your life. Judge yourself. Tell yourself the truth. And let love prevail. Whatever you want to do, it must not be done out of fear. Don't let fear be the reason why you do something. Don't allow hate to be the reason why you do anything. Don't allow anger to be the reason why you do anything. Yes, you will get angry. Things would upset you based on your point of view. But don't allow those things to be the reasons why you do what you do. Let love be the reason. Let love prevail in everything that you do. Love yourself as thy neighbor. So love yourself or love your neighbor as thyself. It's the other way around. Love your neighbor as thyself. The way some of the things that I see and what happens and controversies, it's like we don't even love ourselves. How can we love our neighbors? So please let love prevail. So I think that's the last slide for me. Yes, okay. So this is the final slide. I just want to remind you, if you're watching me right now and you want to call in, you feel like you want to add something, or maybe I have forgotten a controversy that you want to ask about or you want us to address, please feel free to call and let's discuss it. Or you just want your opinion, okay? You just want to hear your own opinion, feel free to do so by calling Move Agents. Move Agents. I almost gave you another messenger, but what you need to call is Move Agents. MOVEAGENTS. Move Agents. That's Facebook Messenger. If you're watching on YouTube, go to Facebook Messenger, okay, and call through Messenger. You can call through Messenger, but the way you do it is actually write us to say I want to call, or I want to contribute, or just say hi, all right, and then we will call you back. All right, so if you're interested, you want to talk about any controversies, then let's do so right now after this last slide. And this last slide is DSA in the company of greats. So you know, I started this program, or should I say this session today, on the reasons why DSA is going through these controversies, and also success being a big part of it. If you're not successful, nobody is controversial about you. Nobody tells anything. Nobody says anything about you. So these are some of the great people that they're great people. Everybody knows them. They've done wonderful things in life, in society. We're benefiting from their life. Likewise, I am already benefiting from the life of DSA, even while DSA is alive. All the people that I've put on here, they're no longer with us. They've moved on, they've passed on, and they are great. And they also have controversy, lots of controversies about their lives and their life and their lives as a collection. So is in the company of greats. I actually wanted to include Jesus there. I don't know why I didn't put Jesus as well, just to make some people mad that yes, Jesus is great. I'm comparing Jesus with DSA. So, and yeah, so it's controversy after all. I should have added Jesus. So is in the company of greats. You recognize some faces there, work them out. We have there Martin Luther, the reformer. We have Gandhi. We have Martin Luther King. We have a couple of American presidents. I can't just think of the name. Einstein we have there. And who's the guy with the long hair? No. The guy with Voltaire, yes, Voltaire. I love Voltaire, actually. Great guy, great mind. His real name, or his original name, is not Voltaire, but he changed his name to Voltaire, beautiful. And Voltaire is usually known as the Age of Enlightenment, because this guy questioned everything, and DSA is doing the same thing. So in my opinion, I actually think that DSA is the Voltaire of our time. If you don't know who Voltaire is, I didn't know in 2017. I think I heard DSA mentioning his name during DSA 50th birthday, and that's how I started to find out about all these greats. And you know what? I have been increased in knowledge tremendously. I love knowing about them. I love their history. I love their knowledge. I feel one day I will be one of these greats. Yes, I dare to say that, and I will be. Okay, I'm saying that. I said it. So, do we have a caller?
Yes, we do.
Oh, Ufama! Yay!
Hello, Mayowa. Well done. Well
Thank
done.
you. Thank you. Thank you.
You have done a great job today. I am so. I don't know. I can hug you right now.
Oh, mwah. Thank you. We can hug. Holy and unholy.
God bless you.
Amen.
You know, I don't know. In fact, it's just so sad. It's so sad that people can be so shallow. And one of the most striking statements that you began with is that people will gravitate to what they are. It's what is inside you that you will gravitate towards.
Yes, yes.
If people actually came on this platform looking for truth, they will see the truth. But when your motive is wrong, of course, you know, time will always reveal us. Time will show you out for who you are. You know, the funniest thing is that people carry on some of these controversies as if it's just started now.
Yeah.
They have not taken time to go back and really look and see through where DSA is coming from. To understand that this is nothing new. This is part of his life.
Yeah.
DSA is DSA. Whatever you do, he is who he is. There is nothing you can say that will change him for who he is. And that is what I just love about him.
Yes.
Because whatever anybody is propagating, I used to say, I said, do you think that this one you are saying is going to change anything? Do you know where he's coming from? Do you know how long he's been going through controversies? Do you think that this will stop anything? He is who he is. And I keep thanking God. You know, the thing that touches me most is that for a man to go through so much and still remain focused, still remain unchangeable, still remain so filled with love, that is a challenge for me.
Yeah.
That is the challenge for me, because I wrote on the platform, I remember when somebody stood in front of me, I was telling a lie about me. I didn't know where my hand went and gave the person the dirty slap. It's like, you are looking at me in my eye and just cooking up. Like, it's like, what? I was so dazed, like, I can't believe it. You are looking at me face to face. People can be so horrible. But the truth is that when we have truth in our heart and we have the love of God in our heart, we'll be able to discern what is truth from error. We'll be able to discern what is truth from lies. YouTube has been filled with so many things about DSA. But when I saw all of those things, you know, even in the early days when we started listening to DSA, I told myself, for a man this great, it would be strange for nothing to come up against him. It would be strange. Even with the persecution in Ukraine alone, with the Russian connection alone, it has to be God that has kept DSA strong. It has to be God. Because watching those early videos of what he has gone through in Ukraine, I remember even when I visited Ukraine, I was the pressure of what he was going through. I was feeling it so much that I wish I could sneak him and sneak his family and just get him out of that place. That I don't know how, but I know that the love of God is just so strong in his heart.
Yeah.
You know, and you have really done so well today. And it's left for anybody, it's left for everybody to decide for themselves what they want to believe and what they want to take home. Because the truth is that DSA is DSA. No matter the controversy, just like what you said, the purposes and plan of God for his life will be fulfilled. He is a dead man. He has told us that he plays just before one audience, and that is God.
Yeah.
So whether you like him, you don't like him, whether you hate him, you don't hate him, DSA is DSA. There's nothing anybody can do about that. And I will just keep, I'll keep thanking God for his life. I'll just keep thanking God for his life. Thank you, Mayowa. You have really done well. You what you did is not just even, it's about us really changing our mindset and helping us to think properly like human beings for once. Please, let's really take time to be thinking beings and not just to wallow and fall for anything we hear. For once, let's just really take time to analyze. DSA has taught us so much truth that can transform your life and make you and give you a new level of living. There's so much out there. Why will you leave the gold and begin to go and play with, instead of thinking of how to fly with eagles, you begin to go and play with chickens. It's a waste of time. Mayowa, I don't know, I don't have much to say. I just want to appreciate you, and I just say thank you for a job well done.
Thank you very much, ma'am. Thank you. Okay. Wow. We only have one brave caller, so nobody else wants to call in. That's fine. Guys, I'm glad that you appreciate what I have said, and maybe if you don't actually, but please ponder over it. I think Uforma informs me that she understands, and I know one or two people also will understand. It's just an opportunity for us to really start to think, okay? Don't just chew anything up. Don't just accept anything that's been said to you by people. This is an opportunity. Check the rationale, check the facts, check the information, review the things that have been said, and let it make sense. Let it have understanding. Oh, we have another caller. Try to have an understanding and make sure that it makes sense. It makes sense. It's reasonable. Don't make decisions or accept something based on hate or some sort of anger or anything like that. Do it on truth. Let love prevail. So who's the caller?
Hello. Hello.
Hello, caller.
Yeah, Queen Mayowa, this is Mabel.
Hello, Mabel.
Mayowa, I don't supposed to make this call, but I can't hold it. I have something I'm doing with God. Very soon, I'm gonna finish with God and I'll bounce back.
Okay.
I can't wait to hug you, Mayowa.
Oh, thank you.
Thank you so much for doing this.
Thank you.
Thank you so very much for doing this.
I
have to squeeze out myself to do this because I can't hold it.
Yes.
Thank you so very much.
I appreciate you.
You are the true child of God. Your mom is a mom. Thank you so much for being a good child. Thank you so much for standing with DSA.
Thank you.
God bless you and bless us all.
Amen.
My family, I am here. I will soon bounce back.
Yes.
I have a business assignment with God. I will soon come back.
Okay, ma'am.
Thank you all.
Okay.
Mayowa, I have to do this because you are a darling.
Thank you. Mwah. 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 Thank you.
All right, bye, guys.
Thank you. So, guys, I think that's our last. We have one more caller? Okay. Right, guys, if you want to call in, you need to let us know. Otherwise, I'm going to close. I've been on for just over 3 hours now. So I was thinking you guys might be tired already. So please let us know if you want to call in so that we can be ready for you. Who's the next caller, please? Okay. So, guys, please, 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 please. Controversy is not a bad thing, but let it be good. Let it make sense. Hello.
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 Hi, this is Adiola from London.
Hello, Adiola. Good evening to you.
How are you?
I'm fine, thank you.
I've been watching it. I just came back from work. I've been watching you. You've done a very good job.
Thank you.
These controversies about DSA, it's only awakening people, especially Nigerians, to be awake from their slumber of wallowing all this rubbish and nonsense of 30, 40 years. So there's nothing anybody can do about this mission. If in a population of 170 million of Nigerians, one person, DSA, can come up with solution to Nigeria, me, myself, I feel ashamed that hang on, was I sleeping? How does it mean the whole country, nobody has that thing in their, our brains are not functioning well, I tell you. I feel so low when I listen to DSA about his transformation. He has the heart of Nigeria. And I don't understand what is wrong. Maybe because there's less information to people, because I'm still saying it. I remember Rwanda when they had their genocide.
Yes.
And the dead bodies were all, thrown around like rubbish dump. And that same country, 20-something years later, is ranking. Rwanda is the smallest country in Africa. They have no natural resources. But a man, their president, came up, and with the people, they all built their country up again. Let them go and check it out. But people, they don't have access to information, or Nigerians don't read. They only read money. So that's the problem we are having. But at any rate, I like his controversies a lot. He's waking people up. Unless those who don't want to wake up. Only that when everything comes right, they will enjoy it. It doesn't matter. Jesus died for both sinners and everybody. So we're all going to enjoy it when it's all done. But before then, we need to, thank DSA so much. I thank him from the bottom of my heart. I'm in my 60s. I may live to see it. I may not live to see it, but then I am for it. So even in heaven, I'll be saying, yes, I was happy for that country. So thank you so much for what you've just done. You did a very good job today, and I say happy birthday. All what you are doing is more than enough. It's not even enough for DSA's month of birthday. It's not even enough, because that man has a big heart for his country. If I didn't leave Nigeria at the age of 19, I don't have such heart for Nigeria. Somebody left at the age of 19, he left in his teenage years. How many teenagers in Nigeria of today add upon it can say, yes, I want to? Instead, they're all looking for, I don't want to say much.
Greener pastures.
Bless DSA for what he's doing, and the Lord will bless him forever.
Amen.
Posterity will speak for him.
Amen.
I know that for sure.
Amen.
Thank you so much.
Thank you, ma'am. Thank you. I appreciate you. Brilliant. Adeola was here in Kyiv, Ukraine, for one of the HMT, so she knows what she's talking about. So was Ufoma, actually. So well done, guys. So it's been the ladies that I've been calling. I wonder if we have another caller. Okay, we have a guy calling, huh? Okay. Hello.
Hello.
Hello, good evening.
Good evening, my dear.
Oh, this is my friend.
Yes.
Hello, who's calling?
You are too much, my dear girl.
Thank you.
Just looking good. You are just looking dappy. If I want to like
Javi.
I want to down with a shot. I go to a Javi. Man, you can't see it. That's what you got over.
Yes, he is.
All right. For the benefit of our people, so I'm just checking out my sister. Look at her. I want Jati. I long call the Facebook. I long call once to talk. Hello, Jeppa, Mugarisi. I'm not told that. We want to study me back for the past 3 hours. So it's debunk of mystery to us there.
You have to speak English, please. Hello. I think they call us hang up. So he's my friend. He's one of our love loungers. I love him so dearly. Makes me laugh. He usually speaks in Yoruba, and I love him. So he's saying that I look good and well done for the job that I've done. And also anyone that don't understand everything that I've said after I've said all this, they should go and hug a transformer, and I concur to that. Love the guy. All right, next, if there's anyone else. Oh gosh, that's my friend. I love Lounger. So we'll be back on Love Lounge soon. I was thinking tomorrow, but it's gonna be Monday now because I have lots to do over the weekends. Hello. Hello, good evening.
Good evening, Mayowa. How are you? My name is Josephine, and I'm calling from Houston, Texas.
Hello, Josephine. Welcome.
Thank you so much.
Thank you.
I just want to call in to tell you I am so grateful. This is my first time calling.
Woo!
And I happen to be so lucky
Wow.
to be able to get it the very first time I try. I've always been listening to DSA. I'm part of DSA family.
Brilliant.
But today I said, let me call to just say, first of all, you are doing an excellent work. I've been following you in your other program.
Thank you.
Thank you,
Josephine.
Thank you for choosing not to suffer from the plague of
silence. Yes.
I am so grateful. And today you just brought out, I just want to contribute and say that the reason why a lot of these charlatans, like you call them, are talking is because, you know, before there will be things will be collecting dust, and you know that whenever that thing is shaking, the dust will raise. And some of these people that talk about DSA in the way they do, they are nothing but cowards. They cannot do what they cannot do what DSA is doing. DSA has been a blessing to the humanity, especially in this our generation. And they will continue to just make noise. They haven't seen anything yet.
At all.
Because, and I thank God that he's so wise. He doesn't respond to them. He does not allow nothing to distract him. And that is one thing I love about that. I love about DSA. And God will take him. Those people who speak wrong, they will eat up their words. It's just a matter of time. It's just a matter of time.
Brilliant.
So I just want to thank you for what you're doing.
Thank
I
you.
want to say happy birthday and keep up the good work.
Thank you.
God bless you,
Amen.
my sister.
Thank you. Thank you, Josephine. Yes, I actually haven't wished Dr. Sunday a happy birthday yet. Dr. Sunday, happy birthday in advance. Your day, 28th of May 2019, is going to be fantastic. We're going to have lots of fun and we're going to celebrate you in a wonderful way. I'm really grateful for this time that we're able to celebrate you now, that we're not waiting until you're dead and people are compiling their own eulogy or compiling all sorts of information together, that we can do this while you are alive and we can talk about you in this way. I'm grateful for that opportunity. I thank God for that. And I thank you also for availing us and saying, you know, guys, do what you got to do. Be free. I love you very much. Yes, I love you. And DSA, you can love me back. Okay. All right. I'm digging at some people. Okay. So who's the caller? Hi, caller.
Hello, MAYOWA. My name is Hiro.
Hello. Good evening, sir. Good evening, Euro.
How are you?
I'm fine. Thank you. How are you doing?
I am very, very okay. Nice to hear your voice again.
Thank you.
Yes. First of all, I just want to thank you for the job you're doing.
Thank you.
And also, I just want to congratulate DSA, say happy birthday to him. And yeah, that's about the happy birthday.
Thank you.
As a great man, we thank God for his life.
Yes.
And I just want to say that you might be having some lawsuit very soon concerning all these hogs. And, from Ufoma, from this Yoruba man, the first caller, I said, I just want to give you a hug. I just want you to know, because we have so many people that are busy trying to look for things to say and attack and make video about. So just to let you know at the back of your mind that you should be prepared for another video that will be coming out that MAYOWA is giving people free hug.
Yes.
It's also
yes.
It's can't use that very hug as another thing, and so just to let you know.
It's okay. I'm always ready. I'm always ready. I'm looking forward to it.
That's cool. That's cool.
Thank you.
One thing I would like to say is that we don't praise men. We know God works through men. DSA is human. We love him. We love every other person, even those that hate him. I don't see any reason why someone cannot dialogue with an atheist. If I cannot dialogue with sinners, then why am I a Christian? Am I supposed to mingle only with Christians? Is that all? Am I supposed to stay in the four walls of the so-called church alone and not talk to unbelievers?
Yeah.
I know Christians that are policemen in Nigeria. They carry gun. They are policemen. So should they resign? I know Christians that work in Nigerian brewery where they brewed alcohol. You know, these are deacons and leaders and pastors. They work in the brewery. So should they resign because that place produces alcohol? I know Christians that work as waiters. I know Christians that work as in the army. Should they resign because they are sent to war to kill or to fight for their nation? So there are a lot of ways people are thinking sometimes I think it's limited to our myopic scope sometimes from Africa. You know, a lot of Africans, they are not used to this broad mindset. They are narrow-minded and they want everybody to be narrow-minded. And when you are not narrow-minded, then automatically you fall into the category of people they see as you are this, you are that. They label you, they classify you. They don't like truth, and if you tell the truth, you are an enemy. And they will use if you say something, the first thing they should see about it, is it truthful? It's if this person is saying something, is it truthful? No, the first thing an African person will look at is, why are you saying it this way?
Yeah, or who is saying it?
This person? Yeah, who is saying it? So it's not about the truth that you are talking about. It's about maybe the way you are saying it, which is very funny. You know, which is very funny. But all the same, we thank God for His life. We are not here. We are not worshiping any human. We're not worshiping Sunday Adelaja for any reason. We are only thanking God, because the next thing they will say again is, oh, he's having birthday, their Gio is having birthday, or their daddy is having birthday, and they are all calling, they are eulogizing him like he's a god, is that. No, that is not it. Just like any other person, if my friend who is a sinner, who doesn't even know God, is having a birthday, I'll celebrate with him. So before somebody will turn this to something else, maybe that is why some people are a little bit scared to call. We are not scared of controversy. We've seen controversy all through life, and it doesn't change. If you know who you are in Christ, just remain. If somebody doesn't like you, everybody is not supposed to like you. Everybody is not. Even Jesus, people still didn't like him. Not everybody loved him. So why should it be me? So the next thing I would just want to say is, that's a question. How does his family, because I've never been to Ukraine, from my perspective, I live in the UK here, where you also live, but you have been in Ukraine.
Yes.
You have been there with the family. I would just like to have an insight. How does the family feel? Especially when some of the things you have said about all this, the controversy about him. How does the wife feel? How does people around him? How do they feel about all these things? Do they feel anyhow? Do they feel in any way concerned about it, or how do they react to it at all?
Yes. Well, if you listen to Dr. Sunday's wife, which is Pastor Bose Adelaja, that is the program on the 3rd of May. You would have got some glimpse of it on the 3rd and 4th. So the 3rd was Pastor Bose Adelaja, and the 4th was the children talking about their father, their dad as a father. But let me just tell you from my point of view of what I see on how they react to it. I don't know how they feel, because I'm not in them, and they don't really express anything, or we don't have any conversation about these things. But, you know, even from the youngest, these children are fortified with knowledge. They have understanding. The wife also, obviously, over 27 years of being together, they've experienced a lot of controversies, a lot of scandals, and they have seen their people go and people come and go. So they've also devised their own way of dealing with things, which is based on truth and on love. Okay, so whatever happens, they know that whatever happens, these things happen, and things will turn around for good, and everything, they will prevail in it. So this is my experience of them. They don't act differently. When I see the children, they're very consistent in their behavior, in their character, in their countenance towards me and other people in their house, and also the wife. You know, even when there's any challenges, you will still see Pastor Bosse. She will speak to you with respect. She will honor you. So it's no, okay, this time is really tough times. Even with Dr. Sunday, we don't really have tough times. We have consistent, stable, predictable, loving atmosphere every single time. So we don't have that. It's only some of us that are still trying to work on ourselves, that we're all constantly talking about it or fuming. They don't have that. I haven't seen that. You know, they don't have that, you know, period of like anger or anything. I haven't seen that at all. So they just move on with their purpose, with their goal in life. They are focused on that, and they don't allow anybody to derail them.
Okay, that's great. I just want to get some idea about them, because people are coming constantly, you know, like the Haitian tea and other things. People keep coming into most times they stay in the property. Sometimes I wonder, with all these things, maybe they will feel sometimes like maybe people should stop, you know, coming there or staying around to avoid, you know, all this unnecessary, you take my picture, you send my picture, you ask me for picture, all those unnecessary
Yeah, well, we haven't had any issues with people that actually come. It's usually people that haven't even met DSA that says things about him. So most controversies are by people that haven't met DSA. Maybe in the last year, we've had one person that have met DSA and saying something, but it's not substantiated. There's no, there's nothing. It's just that person's individual's mind or interpretation of something. So that was it, really. And that doesn't change anything. Like I said, these people are focused. It's us that usually have that challenge. I think even mostly me. I would probably say we don't want certain people or try to scrutinize people. But Dr. Sunday quickly kind of cut me off from that listen, you can't live by fear, and you cannot work on fear. You have to work on truth and love. So we operated that way, and I'm slowly also trying to work on myself on that, in that aspect.
Wow. Thank you so much. Thank you so much. We appreciate it.
Thank you. Thank you.
Thank you. Yeah, thanks.
Thank you. Thank you. Yay, guys, we made it. So this is day 16 of celebrating Dr. Sunday Adelaja 52nd birthday. So he's 52. You know, sometimes in my head, I actually think that DSA is like 900 and something. Seriously, I think he's older than Methuselah. Seriously. You know, his thinking, his behavior, his responses, everything is just so different. And, you know, it's a privilege to know somebody like him. I'm so happy that you live to be 52 and you're going to live to be beyond that. You know, you already said 300 years after you have even left this world, people will remember you. And I have no doubt about that. We will remember you. People after me, my children, my children's children, they'll remember you. And this will be history. We are living history. We're not being told as a story without you being there. You are alive, and this is your story being told to the world. And your wisdom, your knowledge, God will continue to increase that. I love you. Yes. Controversy, a new one. I love you. MAYOWA loves Dr. Sunday. I also love Pastor Bosse. I love the children. I love them all. But I really, really, really love Dr. Sunday. Quote me on that. Yeah. Quote me on that. Happy birthday, Dr. Sunday. Mwah, mwah, mwah. I can't wait to hug you, like a really tight hug for like hours. Thank you, everybody. I love you guys too. Mwah, mwah, mwah. I'll see you on Love Lounge very soon. But we have a whole host of programs. We'll be back tomorrow with somebody else to join us. Is going to be one of Dr. Sunday's dearest. So she's going to be here with me tomorrow. We're going to give Dr. Anu some break, so you will see a bit more of me. And Love Lounge will be back on Monday. I love you guys. Dun, dun, dun. Have a great day. Have a great evening. Have a great morning. Anytime that you are, wherever you're watching from in the world. Mwah. Mwah. From me to you, Mayowa. Mwah. Signing out. Take care. Mwah.